I think we're live. All right, everyone, you are now tuned into the Boxing Bros. I'm Caden. I'm here with my co-host.
What's going on, everybody? It's True Dollar Bill.
Pretty finger salute to everybody out there. This is G.
And I know you missed me last week, but I'm back, baby. It's the TBE. What's up, world?
TBE in the building. So we're going to see who's in the building briefly. I see that Rachel's in the building. Get your rice cakes now, people, because after the 24th, they'll be deleted permanently from all Boxing Bros stores. Listen here. We got a new item we're adding to the Boxing Bros store list. We are now serving jollof rice cakes in honor of F.A. Ajagba. Get your jollof rice cakes courtesy of F.A. Ajagba. Available soon. James Striggles, salute to you. Francisco Cruz, salute to you.
Francisco.
And we got Toby Barlett, salute to you. Ian Kid Tarara, salute to you.
Salute.
They were violating that too, man.
They were.
Yeah, I love the smoke, yo. I love
They
the
were bringing smoke to Ned. I miss it. What was that about?
They're like, yo, they late because of Ned, yo.
It's all good, man. I love the smoke.
They know Ned already. You know what I'm saying?
I'm late to one punch off. It's everything's my fault. Yo.
Salute. Arlette's in the building. What's good, Arlette?
What's popping all that? All right.
My man, Mr. B from the U, Keezy.
All right, we got
Ireland.
Abayami. Salute to you.
Ireland in the building.
Oh, we got. I see Naja for life. Oh, they coming for you, Kaden.
Yo, how am I? I'm not like anti-Nigel. Why would they come for me?
You don't like
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying one fighter who happens to be of Nigerian
You gotta
descent
like
is
all
good.
fighters.
Right, you better
All right. You gotta like all the fighters from Niger descent. You have to like all of them.
Remember, like Stretch. Remember Stretch with George. Once he found out he was Nigerian, all of a nowhere, he's like, yo, I salute George Joyce. I'm like, yo, my man was Nigerian.
He waited till Joe Joyce won before he claimed them, though. Typical.
So he was authentic. You know what I'm saying? That's saying during COVID time, where we appreciate you, man, D. George. Tell the truth, Kaden.
That's all I've been doing, man. I've been trying to tell the truth, but you know. Jollof rice cakes available July 24th. Courtesy of Cuba.
Oh.
Will it be jollof rice cakes or Cubanos? We won't know until July 24th.
Smoke. All right, so y'all ready to get started with the first topic?
Yeah, we can get started. We still look like we got 48 people in here. So for everyone that's rocking with us, thank you. We appreciate you as always.
So the first topic is: did Wilder or Chris Colbert request to have his interview removed from the internet?
So as all of you are aware, there have been rumblings about Deontay Wilder's team requested Chris Colbert's interview to be removed. And then you're hearing other people saying that it was Chris Colbert requesting to have his interview removed. We're going to dive into that. But before we do that, if you haven't seen the video, we're going to give you a preview of the video. And as always, when you're doing this live, there can be issues with the videos because you're doing it live and then you're trying to go to another source. So bear with us as we cue that video up for you. I see some people in the comment section. So what they talking about? Did anyone see my messages? What messages? Oh yeah, my man Primary. Happy Independence Day, y'all. That's right. Happy 4th of July. In America, some people got their freedom and independence on this day. So this is a great day. Happy Independence Day, everyone. To all the Americans, salute. Or let's say other people, aka Blue Blood fake news. Bright Nash TV, rocking with your live, bros. Salute to you, Bright Nash TV. I see you be in the comment sections. We appreciate you. Oh, Derek Chisora versus Chris Arreola next would be an interesting fight. Derek Chisora got a good fight already, the rematch with Joseph Parker.
Yo, we saw that the final bag.
The final bag. The final bag. It ain't the final bag yet. Derek Chisora got one more bag to collect.
That's the battle of the gatekeepers. I know that.
And Joseph better show up or he might lose that one.
Right.
Was this the interview he did? Was this the interview he did on?
Here, you queuing up the video?
Oh, nah. Oh, my bad. Listen.
What are you doing? You already messed it up.
Together.
Yo, listen, hold on. Yo, everybody, forgive me. I'm setting it up right now. I'm like,
yo, G, I put the time on. I got this video don't even need a time because you can just play it.
My bad, peoples. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm like,
G's sitting there like, yo, when's he gonna upload a video? Nah, Spotty, we figured it out, man. We just figured it out.
My bad, people. Hold on, just give me one quick second.
Zawina, you're on to something. And G don't want us to cloud his man.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You see share screen. Yo, forgive me.
Come on, man. We used to that being the one always messing up.
Forgive me. Yo, that's crazy. I was like, okay, that was taking you so long, fam.
They said next day. I always mess up.
Hold on.
All right, so I can't see the name, but I think this is from like Sparta Boxing.
Hold on, I just messed up.
Yeah, I know, man. It be that way, bro.
Sorry, G.
Yo, G, who put this video back up after it got deleted? What's the person's name?
Spartan Boxing. Yo, can you hear it? I just want to make sure you can hear it.
All right, play it again.
Fury's gonna be on him.
Yes.
Stop it, Fury.
But even now, after the trainer switch, he got rid of Breland.
What that mean? What you gonna learn from a nigga that you knocked out?
All trainers ain't world champions.
What are you gonna learn from somebody? How's somebody gonna teach you something that he can't even do either?
Because
you heard what Tyson Fury said?
All trainers.
He said I busted. He said I broke your eyeball and broke your eye. Eardrum and your eardrum. He said this shit is a chain reaction. He said, how you gonna teach me to do something?
But you know, some trainers are better trainers than fighters.
That is not happening.
Have you seen the clips?
What clips of him pass? The pads don't hit back.
I'm saying.
Now, I'm saying too.
Look at Diddy's face.
Looking good though.
I'm saying too. The pad's not hitting back. Everybody look pad. Everybody look good on pad.
I could look like I want to.
Floyd Mayweather. Come on, run it. Come here. Tone, right here. So you got. Oh man. Right, that's pad and bag work and shit. Yeah, like Tyson Fury look good too. But Tyson Fury is special, bro. I don't think nobody's fucking with him.
He said he want to come in 300 pounds. Now remember last time.
I don't know what he talking about that pound, 300 pounds. He said whatever he said, he good to. Like, you gotta listen to him. He said he told y'all he gonna stop Wilder. So you went there and beat that nigga ass. And the first fight, I think he won two. 2 knockdowns gonna win you a 12-round fight.
Come on, you what? Oh, you trying
2 knockdowns? How 2 knockdowns?
He didn't win another round outside of the round and 12?
Probably one round. That's 5 rounds.
Nah.
Fury was on his ass.
Nah, man. That first 4 rounds,
So
you gotta go watch the first 4. No, a draw's a good
I
one.
want that.
Draw
No,
was
a
good.
draw is not a draw or him win. Anything Wilder, any of those fights is lie. They just doing some bullshit American heavyweight type shit. That's what they would have gave Wilder any of those fights.
That first fight,
And all of the excuses for the second fight he was making, terrible.
so
Always,
you don't believe the
niggas always,
gloves?
huh?
You don't believe the gloves?
No.
You see my
They would have put him. That means you gotta fight the white niggas.
But
Why
look how long
he
it
got
took
that?
for them to
Why he got
catch
that?
Margarito.
Why he still got that white guy in his camp? The white guy was the one that was in his corner. Tyson.
Them MX gloves.
Look, you can do that. I do that with the MX glove. I do that with the MX glove all the time. Open up my whole hand. No, you can't. That means he gotta go fight the white guy. Then why you keep the white guy and fight the black guy? You blame it on the black guy. And you be talking all that racism shit. And you gonna go fight the black guy. The white guy was the one in the corner, and the white guy was the one in his in Tyson Fury locker room. Watch him put on the gloves and wrap his hand. So what? All the excuses. Then he spiked his water. Come on now. Where you gonna put it in? What can you put in water that's gonna make you Henny? What do you put Henny? It would have been brown. Where you put tequila?
I'm sorry.
That shit be clear, man.
Yo, Drew.
I'm fucking around.
You think why would Mike really want to fuck up his paycheck? You know he could go keep getting big paychecks with him. Why would he want to fuck up his paycheck? Come on now. That don't even sound accurate. You gotta be stupid to do something. You want to just sabotage another black man to put some. What do you put in his water? Cocaine or something? What? I don't know. We can act wild. And then he say Tyson Fury has something in his gloves because he. Nah, son. Too much. It's too much excuses. Like, what, the outfit made more than you? This shit weighed more than you? Like, you're 200 and some pounds, and a 20-pound thing is gonna make you so tired and your leg is so dead from walking from there to the.
Yeah, Sean in the back, chin.
You should have never. But got it? That's your business. Who told you to do that? Tyson Fury didn't tell him to do that. His team didn't tell him to get that. He can't take his ass whooping like a man. And I don't have no problems with Wilder. He just don't know how to take L's as an L. He was mad at me that I said I thought he lost the first fight. Why are you mad at me? You need niggas like me around you. I'm honest with you. I told him. That's my man. We hang out all the time.
At the end, he was talking about to Danny Garcia. I told him, yo, you lost to Keith. You know what I'm saying? Or something. I was like, damn, bro, this dude crazy, man.
All right,
That's
so
funny.
as you heard from Chris, he told you how he felt about Wilder. Now that video has since been taken down, and as like I said, there's some channels saying that Wilder, his team requested that the video be taken down. There's some people that are saying no. Chris Colbert requested that they take the interview down. The original source took the interview down. I'm gonna turn it over to you, to Conspiracy. Who do you think told them to take the video down? Was it Chris? Was it Wilder? Was it someone else? Who do you think?
Man, before I answer the question, I like to say salute to Nestor. My man was going hard trying to defend Wilder in that video, bro. But you know, my man Colbert just violated. Yo. It was impressive, man. You gotta salute my New York brothers, man. They know that act a fool, man. But I'll say this though, it's just my conspiracy. But I do believe PBC made some calls. It's like, yo, listen here, Chris. If you want to get invited to the next PBC holiday party, you're going to get that video removed. You know what I mean? So Chris was like, yo, fight hype. Yo, Ness, yo, take that down, son. Like, don't play with my money, man. Take that down. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was Wilder, though. I honestly don't believe it was Wilder. At the time, though, when it first happened, Ness had me believing it was Wilder, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, son. I was like hurt. I was like, yo, Wilder, don't do this to me, son. Like, please don't do this to me, man. Like, I ride for you so hard. I almost jumped off the Wilder train, fam. Like, I was close. Like, I can't. Remember,
Nobody believe in that G. Stop it.
I was close, man. Remember when I texted you, I was like, yo, Wilder really got a video removed. That's some sucker stuff. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking they could do that to us. You know what I mean? So You know what I mean? And I remember, yo,
hey, PBC has flagged some videos.
that's what I'm saying. I remember PBC flagged our videos before in the past. So I'm like, this ain't right, man. But I definitely think somebody from PBC gave Chris that call, like, yo, fam, no in-house beefing, bro. Like, if you notice, Danny Garcia didn't say nothing other than, yo, I could bend, you can move them gloves and stuff. You weren't gonna jump. Hey, man. Yo, listen, yo, Rachel, I got cold feet. But I'm telling you, I would have jumped out, no parachute. Man.
Gee, nobody believe you. You need more people, and then after that, you need even more people.
Hey, listen, you gotta understand, I'm not a Wilder apologist. I really ain't. So there's certain things that Wilder do that I'm like, yo, bro, I can't co-sign that. But I'm like, it doesn't affect how I view him in the ring. But that's when it's like, now you kind of drawing a line because it affects all YouTubers. And it's like, if you could do that and the fans allow you to do that, then they'll definitely do it to us here at the Boxing Bros. So that's why I had to draw the line. Like, nah, I can't salute that, man. That ain't right, you know. But yeah, I definitely don't think it was Wilder. I definitely think it was PBC, and they were probably like, yo, we can't have PBC fighters hating on other PBC fighters because that does mess up the bag, especially when they're trying to promote, you know, the trilogy. So that's why I'm like, I don't think it was Wilder, but it had to have been management of PBC. Probably Al Heyman himself probably made a call like, yo, Chris, I'm telling you, you're not invited to the next holiday party. And Chris was like, yo, forgive me, son. Forgive me, son. And he called Ness like, yo, take that down.
Yo, G, where were you when that video got taken down?
When the video got taken down, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But somewhere in the crib, you know what I mean?
Some people believe you may have played a role in that, G. I'm just saying.
Conspiracy out here, you know, working for Wilder. Got y'all.
Mm-hmm. You on the Wilder payroll.
All right, we're going to turn it over to the commish, Trill Dollar Bill. What was your reaction to what Chris Colbert had to say?
Everything Chris had to say was spot on and correct, 110%. I was rocking with him. It was everything that we said. It was like we were watching Boxing Bros. But I have to agree with G on this. It seems like the powers to be at PBC made this phone call. They was like, hey, listen, you're not going to be invited to the next ugly sweater party that we're having. You know, you know. So I totally agree with G. They put that call in because, you know, they like to have the camaraderie between each other. Even, you know, these guys be wanting to, you know, keep it real sometimes. You can see their face. They be wanting to keep it real, but they know they can't. You know, they
like Danny, bro. Look at Danny's face. Danny was like, yo, keep going, Chris. Keep going. But he couldn't say that.
Yeah, you can't, you know what I'm saying? They got to keep the camaraderie, you know, especially when it's time to pick the fight. You see their face, they be like, yeah, man, I'm going to go with Wilder, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, they got to go with their team, man. They got to go with, you know, who they sign with. That's what you see the ESPN fighters do it. They do it a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Like you get all the DAZN. Everybody supports their own gang, you know, their promotional gang. So I'm not mad at them. Everybody was repping Def Jam when they were all on Def Jam. So I'm not PBC the new Def Jam. So you know, I'm not. That's what I think it was. I think it was PBC. They was like, oh, you can't be telling the truth over here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Trill, man. Sparty Muldoon wants to know if we could get a poor PBC, man.
Nah, they ain't take that too big of a loss. They ain't take too big of a loss. I'm just saying, you know, they're playing damage control. They ain't take a loss. They playing damage control. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at them for that. They want everybody to have some camaraderie, and I'm not mad at them for that. But definitely was PBC. They was like, hey, this is damage control. Hey, you ain't. We all in the same game. That's what basically. That's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? You might be fighting on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? Keep you know. So hey, you know, I'm not mad at them. It was PBC making the call.
All right.
Looking all weak out here in the streets.
All right, we're gonna turn it over to the TBE.
You know it. I'm gonna say this has to be 6 degrees of separation, man. Somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that did Chris Colbert a favor and was like, yo, this is my favor I'm asking you, yo. You know me and Wilder are cool, so you gotta take down that video, yo. It's a little too much. So it wasn't Al Heyman, it wasn't PBC, it's just a trainer of a trainer that knows a trainer that's cool with Wilder. And it was like, yo, that's too much. So that's why they had that's why I think the video with that. But my reaction to it, that thing was hilarious, man. Like Chris Colbert, I'm a fan, yo. I love the banter. I love, like, you're a funny boxer. I like the personality, man. I wish you get more shine after this, because I was looking you up and I just followed you again. Like, yo, you know, if I follow you, you made it, baby. That's it, yo. So,
yo, Nay, can I ask you a question? You watched the fight last night?
He fought last night?
Yeah.
You just said all that and you didn't even know.
No, he was supposed to fight Gamboa, but Gamboa got hurt.
Oh,
that was gonna be his test. I was looking for that fight. I was looking forward to that fight and to see my man Hitchison get in there.
Yo, that was like, hold on, yo, he a fighter?
I won't miss the next one, yeah, I promise.
But you follow him, Ned, so that automatically means he made it. That automatically means he made it.
He got the TV stamp of approval, yo. He's there, yo. Let's go.
All right. Never seen him fight. Stamped him already. Ned don't need to see. He just know. I feel you, Ned. You've been blessed with the gift.
Hey, man.
All right, so it's an interesting dynamic. I'm going to say this, though. I don't think it was Wilder. And the reason why I don't think it's Wilder is because when we put the audits up, we thought they were going to be taken down within like a week, even faster than that. But they've been up for a very, very, very long time. And the audits go into a deep dive of Deontay Wilder's career and the caliber of opponents he was knocking out to build his resume, right? So if you're going to take some videos down in your Wilder's team, I would think they would want to take that video down, but they never took the video down. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, yo, Wilder's the kind of guy who would take a video down. There was one time I tried to comment on a Wilder post on Instagram and I wasn't allowed to. But to say that makes him a punk, I tried to comment on a Fury post as well and I wasn't allowed to one time. So I can't really hold that. It said like only certain people could comment on the post. So I don't know, like they limit the comments or whatever. So maybe Deontay Wilder limited the comments. But if Fury can do it, why can't Wilder do it? So I'm not going to sit there and hold it against Wilder and be like, yo, it was a personal thing. In my personal experience with Deontay Wilder, he hasn't blocked like me from seeing him or following him. He hasn't requested that videos be removed. Who took down the Harold Skarna's video? Hey, listen, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. But again, what I would say was it Wilder himself, or was it the people who stood to benefit from Wilder being perceived a certain way? All I'm saying is I can't definitively say Wilder's the type of person who asks for videos to be removed, because we have videos of Wilder on this channel where he's not painted in the most favorable light, and no one has ever reached out to us about taking those videos down. So, I mean, we have put some stuff up, and then like they'll say put like a copyright block on it, PVC or whatever, but they never asked us to take it down. Now, getting to my man Chris. Chris is the typical hood cat. It'd be like, yo, don't ask that boy nothing. Chris is the dude, when something goes down on the street, you hope the news don't put the camera on him. He gonna be too raw, too real. It just be like, people be like, yo, man, but shout out to him. He told it like it was. And like he said, you want someone like that who tells you like it is, man. Like if you're around a bunch of yes men, you're never going to hear anything, and you're going to slip, and that's how you become someone else. Now, we went in on that. Wilder shouldn't be able to get someone fired. He shouldn't be able to get someone fired. He shouldn't be able to. And you're right. Okay, he Paulie said what he said, and he went at Paulie. We already did videos on that. I disagree with that. But we're not talking about Wilder trying to get someone fired. We're talking about Wilder trying to take someone's videos down. That's something completely different. And that's something that we can relate to because we put up videos. And Wilder's team and Wilder has never contacted us or PBC and said, take those videos down, ever. And we have a thorough audit of his career where we go into him and they've never contacted us and said, take those videos down, and they never try to block the videos. So all I'm saying is, off my personal experience, I can't be like, yeah, Wilder definitely. Hey, listen, when Wilder deserves to get bashed, I'll be the first one to put the video up. Trust me. But in this case, I can't be like, yo, Wilder requested it, because, yo, we got videos up now. You can go watch. You can watch videos on our channel that don't pay Wilder in the most favorable light, and they never asked us to take it down. So I will G on this one. I think PBC, if anything, said take that video down, but I don't think either of the fighters had anything to do with the video being removed.
Damn, all that, yo. Damn. I feel you all that. I was like, you got a good point, but you're going kind of hard on that point, son. I'm just saying.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like, if you look at those videos got a lot of views, though. Like, I know it's not in comparison, but you're talking like, I haven't even checked the last time how many views, but I think they were over like 50,000. That's a lot of views, and this is like a lot more. We got a video of Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder that got over 1 million views. You can check that out for yourself. So that seems like a lot of traffic to me. You can check that out. So 1 million people, over 1 million people watched the video that paints Deontay Wilder in an unfavorable light, and they never asked us to take it down. So, you know.
All right, so y'all, hold on, y'all ready for the next one? Y'all gotta bear with me though. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. So the next time,
Michael Buffalo said your channel wasn't that big back then. I guarantee you put a video on Wilder up again, it's going to get taken down. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. July 24th is approaching. All right.
So our next topic is Tyson Fury's sparring partners are Efe Ajagba and Jared Anderson. Just give me a second, people. Now, mind you, I'm just going to let y'all know this is my first time doing this portion of the show. So,
Rachel, I wasn't going to even make that point, but you're 100% correct.
I was about to say that. Salute to Rachel. I'll see you.
All right, so, hold on. So, y'all see my screen? So, as y'all can see, Tyson Fury got a picture with, you know, Efe Ajagba and Jared Anderson, and me just... Oh, hold on. I just had this article.
Yeah, it's just an article from Boxing News 24 where Tyson Fury confirms that he's using Jared Anderson and Efe Ajagba as sparring partners for Deontay Wilder in the trilogy. So I say you can
That's huge.
All right, yeah, I thought. Oh, so do you need me to just read it?
No, that's it. Yeah, no, that's it. Just want to show that it actually has been confirmed in the article. All right, so. Trill Bell, what's your thoughts on the fact that Tyson Fury's using Efe Ajagba and Jared Big Baby Anderson as sparring partners for his trilogy with Deontay Wilder?
I think that's huge. I think that's dope. For two ways. He gets to be in there with different looks. Physical looks and different gifts, you know what I'm saying? Definitely gets the young, the win, and all that youngness and vibrantness from Jared Big Baby Anderson. And, you know, he got the size and different things from Efe Ajagba. That's great. I think that's dope. But I also think it's dope that these guys is getting to work with Tyson Fury. I think that's awesome as well, because these guys get to work on their tools, Efe and Anderson. Anderson being so young and being in there with somebody like a Tyson Fury, I think that's going to benefit him in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I thought it was good. I think it was a good look for on both sides, you know? I think it was a good look on both sides.
Brandon Keno, don't do him like that, Brandon. Brendan, don't do him like that, Brendan. All right. Trill says he likes it. It's a good look. Conspiracy G, man, talk to me. What's your thought?
Oh, nah. These sparring partners are definitely, these are great looks in preparation for Deontay Wilder. FA, does have a strong right hand. So, Fury actually sparring with FA will prepare him for Wilder. Now, FA's not as fast as Wilder, but nonetheless, FA does have a powerful right that will keep Tyson Fury honest in the ring. And Jerry Anderson is just, I'm not gonna say it yet, but my man's next up.
Don't do it, G. He has single-handedly jinxed every American prospect we've had since 2015.
This is different.
Okay? This is the reason we haven't had a good American heavyweight in forever.
But Jerry Anderson is fluid. He has great punch selection. He's just an all-around good fighter. So I think he provides a lot of looks for Tyson Fury. So, man,
stay tuned, the Londoner. Stay tuned.
Yeah, just to add with something that you said, G. You know what reminds me when you talk about Anderson? You know who else Anderson reminds me of? And I know they're in a different weight class, but what's the kid from Puerto Rico? The Janaev, what's his name? Janaev.
What weight class?
I think he's 140. Janaev. He be getting and working with the other guy.
About Xander Zayas?
Yeah. You know, the reason why I say he reminds me of him, because these kids are gym rats. Like, every time I ever see these kids, they're in the gym. That's why the comparison with these two, they remind me of each other because they're just always working. You always see them trying to get as much work as they possibly can with anybody, and they're always willing to learn. So I just wanted to shout both of those young men out, because I think that I really do believe that those two young men could be stars just because they're so willing to learn. Like, they go out their way to try to get knowledge of this game of boxing. So just definitely wanted to shout those two young men out, because they're always in the gym and they're always asking questions and always wanting to learn from the greats. So definitely.
Yeah. And I'll just finish by saying this, that the sparring partners that Tyson Fury does have me nervous for this trilogy. Now I'm curious to know who is Wilder bringing in for his training camp. And I just hope the Bronx style. I just really hope.
Ben like that one. Look at that. That was feeling that one.
Oh man!
But I'll say this: it's gonna be real difficult for Wilder to find, heavyweights with the skill sets and the ability that Fury provides in that ring. You know what I mean? Tall, lengthy, athletic. Smart. It's gonna be tough for Wilder. So I just hope, man, Wilder's team's making smart decisions when it comes to sparring partners for Wilder in preparation for the trilogy.
Who would you pick to spar Wilder? If based on the heavyweights, if you had to pick sparring partners to simulate Fury, who would you pick?
What was that? What's that? The kid that cut Tyson Fury's eye.
Otto Wallin.
Wallin would be good. I like this movement, in that fight. So I think he could help out Wilder a lot. And maybe Helenius. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think those are probably the only two that's similar enough to Tyson Fury style that could give Wilder that necessary work. But again, there's not too many options for Wilder, man. Like, it's tough, you could replicate Wilder style. It's hard to replicate the Tyson Fury style.
Those are solid sparring partners, G. But I feel like that's risky sparring for Wilder, though. Because you start getting beat up in camp.
I mean, you could feed Wilder confidence boosters, but what will that do for him in the trilogy? You feel me? Like, I don't know, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. I ain't gonna front.
What would getting beat up in camp do from the trilogy? And I'm not saying these guys would beat him up, but what I'm saying is, even if he drops him, he drops him a few rounds, either one of them, he's probably gonna lose the majority of the rounds. So it's just like, it can't be a confidence booster. But I don't know, maybe, but I do think that's good sparring. If they really want him to try to win, I think they would bring in guys like that. So I agree. Ned, what's your reaction to F.A. Ajagba and Jared Big Baby Anderson being sparring partners for Tyson Fury?
I think it's perfect match, and shout out to FA and Jared for getting some good training in as well, because this is a learning moment for them, teachable moment for these young fighters, and that they'll pick up some things they can learn from Fury that they can add to their game. But I just think Fury's just trying to get himself ready for whatever aggression Wilder is gonna bring at him. So I'm not mad at him. And to answer that question you asked G about who Fury Wilder could get in spar with, just to like get anything close to what have an advantage against Fury, I think like if he could get Usyk to come to his camp, that would be a good boost. But that's like not gonna happen because these dudes are nowhere near friends.
Usyk like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, but I'm saying like that the skill set, like Usyk's skills isn't enough for like the fast punches, the moving out the way, the defensive IQ will be something like Wilder could use to like prepare himself at least, but it may not be the size wise.
Usyk's
like,
a southpaw too, if I'm not mistaken, right? Usyk is a southpaw, and like he's 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, I know.
So,
I hear what you're saying.
For Tyson Fury boxing.
It's the level of fighting, like what Fury would throw at Wilder is something like close to what I feel Usyk would throw at Wilder. So but it's just a smaller package for us.
That's solid. It's a good look, at least height wise.
Yeah.
No, he's not talking about you. He's talking about
all right, man. Whatever, man. In your opinion, you bring in Usyk. I don't see how that benefits Usyk or Wilder, but hey, man, So for me, I think that's a great idea. All these guys are going to be on the card July 24th. Someone brought this up. Fury's an interesting cat. These guys, Jared Anderson and F.A. Ajagba, have to realize you're in sparring with the champ, which is something that Vladimir Klitschko used to do. You can see Vladimir Klitschko used to bring the upcoming talent in, even in a rap game. The man who dubbed himself the GOAT, LL Cool J, will always bring in the new class of MCs on every album and do a track with them. And in that track, he was just trying to let people know, I still got the grip on this game. Because, LL would let them all do their raps, and LL would go last. LL would blaze the track up, just so you know. Like, cats are hot, but I'm still Uncle L. So you see, that's what the champions do. They bring in a young talent because they want to see, that's what everyone does. That's what I do on a basketball court, right? When they see the young talent coming up, I need to see if I still got the juice. I still get out there, mess around, get a triple-double. Feel good. Say, I still got it. Like, I didn't pass it up yet. But, yeah, that's what Fury's in there doing. So, he's in there training, sharpening his skills. But believe you me, he's scouting these boys. So, let's say, hypothetically, he beats Deontay Wilder, and he's in a rush to get in there with F.A. He saw something against F.A. Said Deontay Wilder is a Uber driver's worst nightmare. But yeah, so I do think it's good sparring, especially FA, because he can give you a look that's very similar to Deontay Wilder. I honestly think FA may have the jab between them is even. I think he gives you a good look with like the jab, but also the right hand. I think Jared Big Baby Anderson is more skilled than F.A. Ajagba and Deontay Wilder. So I think that's just about,
expecting unexpected.
Prepared. Yeah, exactly. Being prepared just in case Wilder did improve more and you're in a more tactical fight, you'll be prepared for it. So I think that's dope. Deontay Wilder, I think a name he could bring in is probably David Price. Now, David Price has no chin like that, but you're sparring, so you're going to be wearing bigger gloves. And offensively, David Price is a beast. So I think if I was Deontay Wilder, David Price may be someone that I would bring in just to spar. But beautiful from Tyson Fury's camp. They're all fighting on the card. I think it works in all their favor. I think that Jared Big Baby Anderson will win. And I think that F.A. Ajagba, Jollof rice cakes coming out July 24th. Salute to Naja. Love you though. All
right. So now next up we got Fury dancing around, saying he wants Joshua next. So hold on, me share my.
Yeah, the stamp should be there on the joint. Yeah, you're right. All that Price got heavy hands. That's why he should bring him in. Price is tall. He's going to prepare him.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Matter about fighting Anthony Joshua to even entertain the world and show that you are the modern Muhammad Ali, that you are the modern George Foreman. How much do you want that fight to show us, to entertain us?
When I fight Deontay Wilder next, and I get through that, then I'll answer that question. Until then,
you never change.
Until then, I've got no interest in Anthony Joshua. If that fight was going to happen, it would have happened. But the route was that this is going to be the fight that happens next. And you know what happens to people who look forward to other fights other than the fight they're having? They get knocked out. I can't make that mistake. Because at the end of the day, whether I fight AJ, Wilder, whoever there is out there, it's not about what they bring to the table. It's about what I do, for me. It's like, it's what I'm going to do on the night, whatever it is. It doesn't make a difference. They're just names. See, over here in America, Anthony Joshua's a nobody. They're not interested. This is the biggest fight, by far.
Absolutely.
And it's bigger now, and it's bigger.
Oh, it's much bigger with all the controversy. And we've been on pay-per-view twice, and the general public in America are starting to get to know us a lot better than they did the first time and second time. It's a very eagerly anticipated fight. The tickets for this are unbelievably well compared to last time, even though the Brits aren't allowed to travel. So it just shows how much bigger this is this time. So yeah, over here, me and Anthony Joshua isn't a big fight, but me and Deontay Wilder is. In Britain, it's a one-sided affair. Obviously, me and AJ is the biggest fight, but over here, he's only known for getting knocked out by the fat guy who didn't train. So I'm not really too much interested in him until he can do something.
So I loved watching you at the Canelo.
Oh, yeah, you can cut it. Yeah. Can you scroll up so we can see the name? Now, this interview is by Garrett F. Davies. I believe that's how you say his name, Garrett F. Davies, and that's his YouTube channel. So if you don't follow him, you can subscribe. He seems to be really close with Fury, and he gets exclusive with Tyson Fury, and here's one of the interviews. We're going to be showing clips of this interview throughout our channel, so we just want to show Garrett F. Davies some love and highlight his channel.
And you got to show him love. My man got his chest hair out, so you know he's confident. You feel me?
Oh, yeah, he got the taco meat out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right. So, Conspiracy G, what was your reaction to what Tyson Fury said about fighting Anthony Joshua? Do you accept that answer? Or do you feel like he danced around it?
Nah, I don't feel he danced around it at all. I'm being honest. I want fighters to think exactly like that. You know, like your focus right now should be Deontay Wilder, not Anthony Joshua. And on top of that, he was right. Like, you know, in the States, him fighting Wilder is a bigger fight than him fighting AJ. But in the UK, him fighting AJ is obviously the biggest fight. So I think Fury understands, like, right now, let me just get past Wilder, and then we can focus on that later. But as of right now, my main objective is Wilder. I can't have my mindset on AJ, because then me focusing on AJ could get me knocked out by Wilder. So he's saying everything that I want a fighter to say. So I agree with him 1,000. I don't think he's going around or ducking AJ or anything. He just understands his priorities right now is to defeat Wilder, and then he can focus on Anthony Joshua.
All right, Dollar Bill, you think that he danced around the question, or are you satisfied with the answer you got from Tyson Fury?
I'm done. I don't want to talk. I was going to say this, right? I want to say, all right, I'm going to keep it 100, right? So we can save segment time. You know what I'm saying? For now. When it comes to Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder, they talking about AJ. Once they talk, don't even come to me. Don't come to me. Let's just save time. I don't want to hear them talk about this man. They all had opportunities to fight this guy. Nobody ever wanted to fight this guy. Everybody done passed up all types of bread. I don't ever want to talk about these guys fighting them. Talk about these guys fighting each other 5 times. That's what we want to do. We can talk about that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to do. But I just want to save time and yes, I am the new AJ fanboy. Okay, and everything. Okay, all right. That's what y'all wanted. That's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get a T. A. I'm rocking with AJ now. Okay, that's just how it is. I just want them to keep their name out of his mouth. So just for now on, when any of these guys bring up AJ, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all had me all amped for a fight that never happened. It was never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? For real, I think I'm joking, man. It's just watch. You're gonna see Wilder Fury 5. This is gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want to talk about those guys.
I gotta respect it, Ned the TBE.
I'm not mad at the response. Oh,
I thought Trill, you say something?
No, I just said disappointed. I've been disappointed too many times with these big fellas. Oh man!
All right, TBE.
I'm not mad at the response. I gotta say, this is one of the moments you catch Fury being logical and not being absurd and sounding ludicrous sometimes, at times. And I actually respect it. You know, this is actually being real with the people interviewing him, being real with the public, and he's not joking around or he's not deflecting, saying, "Oh, these guys are doctors." These guys, he's actually showing you he's taking Wilder serious. You don't know what may happen, and he's not like, I'm not trying to worry about AJ right now. When the time comes to worry about AJ, that's when he'll focus on him. But right now, he's focused on the guy in front of him, and he knows there's a possibility he could get knocked out by Deontay Wilder. So I respect it.
Man, I saw a comment that made me laugh, but it's interesting. If Fury would have kept it at that, I could respect it. But when he adds like that AJ's not a big draw in America and he got knocked out by the little fat guy, then I can't respect it because it's like, oh, you see what happens when you overlook a fighter, then you get knocked out by a little fat guy or whatever. Then it's like, okay, so it's if we're gonna call Deontay Wilder hypocritical, like he's gonna be silent at a press conference, right? And then immediately after the press conference, he's gonna be running his mouth. Either silence is golden or it's not. If silence is golden, then stay silent, like Ned said, right? Don't go to your hotel room where you feel safe and start yapping your mouth when you were just in front of the guy and you said nothing. Now, either you're focused on Deontay Wilder and you can't think about Anthony Joshua. In that same breath, you just went to talking about Anthony Joshua and about how he lost to the little fat guy in America and how he's not a big draw in America. Just as much time as it took you to think of all those things to say about Anthony Joshua, you could have just said a simple, he's on my radar. He's someone I want to fight if I get past Deontay Wilder. That's it. If I get past Deontay Wilder, I want him next. In that sentence, you're not overlooking Deontay Wilder. In that sentence, you're not taking him lightly. You're respecting the fact that you have a task in front of you. And if you complete that task, then you want Anthony Joshua. But the way he answered the question seems like a dance to me. What I don't like in the YouTube boxing channel world is you'll watch one video. Some people will hear me say this about Tyson Fury and say, oh, I'm fanboying or I'm being this. Do you not see all the other videos where I give Tyson Fury credit where it's due? Where I give Tyson Fury his props where it's due? In this particular video, I don't like the way he answered the question. I think that it was hypocritical, and I think he could have gave us a more definitive answer. Look at Deontay Wilder. I hold him accountable when he does the same thing. I'm not about to make an excuse for Fury. I feel like Fury could have said, if I get past Deontay Wilder, yes, I want Anthony Joshua. He's saying, oh, if the fight was going to happen, it would have happened already. Well, it was scheduled to happen, bro. And it's not Joshua's fault that it's not happening. And then you admit that you're happy that you're fighting Deontay Wilder and it's a big fight in America. And I'm going to tell you something, Fury. I got news for you. That's not a big fight in America. It's not. Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul was a bigger fight in America than that fight. There was more buzz about that fight. There was more buzz about Jake Paul. Jake Paul, I'm predicting that Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley is going to sell more than Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury, newsflash for you, it's not a big fight in America. Especially when a lot of people like myself feel like there's no need for a trilogy. The only thing that can change my mind about this trilogy is if you lose, Fury. Fury, if you win this trilogy, to me, this was the biggest waste of time ever. All it did was delay the fight we all want to see. How could it be the biggest fight in America? 1. 2, Anthony Joshua was not a star in America. Well, riddle me this. Like, in your first fight in America, you sell out Madison Square Garden. In your first fight in America, you sell out Madison Square Garden. Deontay Wilder still hasn't sold out the Barclays Center, bro. So I would table that popularity in America because I'm not so sure Anthony Joshua isn't more popular in America than Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. So with that being said, for me, I think he danced around the question, and I wish he would have just gave a more definitive answer.
They don't want no smoke. Nick, definitive answer, turned down $120 million. What more of a definitive answer did you want? They didn't even try to make something happen. They didn't even try. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny? bro, you know what's funny? When you ask these guys something, they'll say, like, you know, one thing or another. They'll get to it. Oh, I'm just a fighter. Go ask my promoter. I'm just a fighter, right? You get that. You remember that? Go ask my promoter. I'm nothing but a boxer. I've heard Fury say that. But once you ask them about Anthony Joshua, they get real political all of a sudden. Well, you know, blah, 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 this and that. And they get real political once you mention Anthony Joshua's name. The thing's in the way and blah, blah, blah. So makes me laugh, man.
It's hilarious, man.
Dude. All right, so let's go to that next one. So Fury says Wilder was smart for wearing headphones. So
yes. So Fury was asked a question by Garrett F. Davies about or it may have been the woman who was there. I'm not sure. And he responds. So here it is right here.
Things neuroscience, and it fascinates me that Wilder took that moment of silence. As how did that make you feel? Did that make you feel more empowered?
No, it didn't really make me feel anything, to be fair, because I thought it was quite a clever move from Deontay Wilder. He doesn't do a lot of clever stuff. He's not the most articulate person in the world, but he did something where he couldn't be asked questions for the things he'd said. If he'd have come into the press conference answering everything, the first thing the press was going to do is tear him apart about the blood allegations and the costume and the trainer and the drugs in his water, and the long list continues on. So how would he answer those questions? He's not going to be able to. So taking the vow of silence was probably the best move he could have done.
But standing there 5 minutes is just, I mean, you know, we've joked about it without being crude. You know, it's time to have sex twice with a bottle of vodka and a cigar, isn't it? I mean, it's such a long time to stand on stage. How did that feel in that moment?
Again, no, it was, we were standing there. It was his choice to stand and not turn away for a minute or two. And all of a sudden, he was feeling uncomfortable and jittery, and I could see him, he was twitching a little bit and stuff. So his trainer came over and rescued him. Only touched him on the shoulder and said, "That'll do now, D." And he was so happy to be rescued. So if you were going to go to the point of not looking away for 5 minutes and 41 seconds, why turn away and give a moral victory away straight away like that?
The things that, obviously, like you say, he managed to shut.
Oh.
No, that was it. You good? Yeah. So, $12 bill, what was your reaction to what Tyson Fury had to say about Deontay Wilder wearing the headphones and turn away during the stare down?
My reaction was that the guy who made the suit for Deontay Wilder? That was asking the question.
Them dudes, you trust me. If you seen them, you won't forget them.
Yo, bro, every time I see him, bro, every time I see Garrett Davies, I'm reminded of when Wilder looked him in the eyes and was like talking about what he was going to do to Fury. He's like, "Your boy's in trouble. He's dead." And Garrett Davies was like, and then they said, like, "What was that? Was that?" He was like, "It was intense, very intimate, but I never felt like I was in any trouble." And I'm like, the way this dude is talking about this, it's cool. But yeah, it's all you, Dollar Bill.
Nah, I was like, at first I'm like, yo, is that the guy with the blowout? That Fury says Wilder was smart for wearing headphones. I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess, man. These two guys, Tyson Fury and Wilder, I really don't have to. I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to you. Shout outs to you and the UK. This
is a good time to remind everyone that Trill Talk Volume 1 and 2 is available. We have the links in our community section, so check it out. And you can also catch the videos at Fam Loyalty Inc. on IG. Just throw that in there. Go ahead, Dollar Bill.
Yes. Trill Talk out now on all streaming services. I have to reiterate that. All right. Like I was
still
saying.
on you, Dollar Bill. Still on you, man.
Yeah. I mean, I really wasn't. I think that was the best thing Wilder could have done. I'm not mad at Wilder. You know what I'm saying, for wearing the headphones. That was the best thing that Wilder could have did. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Tyson Fury goes, I'm done hearing Tyson Fury talks. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with hearing Tyson Fury talk. I really am. I just want him to get in to throwing them hands. That's what I wanted to know. I want him to get in there and throwing them hands.
Yo, bro. Well, that's
I looked at it at the same time as you. I was like, yo, I look different, yo.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. Everybody would say, hold on, what's the clown? Some clown says something, but it was like, and he laughs at things that are not. It was worth laughing at. That's why all the brothers laughed at you, clown, deal, real, whatever you all. Don't come at me because I'll come at you in the worst way. I was gonna say that about dude's robe. It looked like Tyson Fury needed to clean his robe. Like, he had that robe on for a while now, Arlette. I was going to say that. Just like he needs to wash his robe. You know?
Well, if you go to the beginning of that video when it starts, he's just in his underwear. And he was gonna do the interview just in his underwear, and they're like, you know, and then he puts on the robe. So, Arlette, if you're really interested in seeing what's under that robe, just go to Gareth Davies' page and YouTube channel, find that interview and start the interview from the beginning. Yeah. And you'll get what you're looking for.
We definitely need to watch the robe. That's hilarious, all that. But yeah, I'm done with hearing Tyson Fury talk. I don't want to hear him talk. I want to hear him throw them hands and let them hands talk.
All right. Ned the TBE.
Yeah, of course. I agree with Fury what he said. Wilder was smart for wearing headphones. I still feel like he should just been able to be a bigger man.
I'm sorry, Ned. Oh, let's stop it. Fury should come out to too sexy for my show. He
gotta look like one of the guys.
Stop shaming him, man. Let that man feel comfortable.
Hey, listen. Somebody like it. That's all that matters. Somebody like it.
Right, yeah. Somebody for somebody. You know what I mean?
That's right.
What is it? Nah, he like we said, I feel like I wanted Wilder to be there, be the bigger man, take the abuse, sit there and just let that fuel him. But Wilder wearing headphones and tuning into whatever was in there, bumping his head, going into La La Land, you know, it's whatever. At this point, we see it wasn't his strategy because he went on to interviews, started running his mouth again. and he started posting. He started being loud. He started doing the same old rah Wilder, which it shows you. It's just like he's scared. For me, wearing the headphones shows you he's just scared of letting Fury in, and that would just devastate his mind and lead to him crumbling up to the fight. So, if that's the tactics you need, Wilder, do yo Fury, you got this, man, in the bag.
That's the truth, though, Lethal. You know it's true. All right. It's very interesting. It's not that
what's going on? Y'all forget about you, bro.
Oh, G, you ain't go. My bad, homie. Sorry, G. My bad, yo, G. My bad, homie. How could I violate like that, G? I apologize.
How the Wilder pundit in here can't speak.
That's my bad, G. Yeah. Hey, G, you know what? You messed up. Give me a break. You messed up earlier. You perfect, G? You perfect? All right, go ahead. G.
All right, but to be honest with you, again, I agree 100% with Tyson Fury on this. Like, because again, we've said it ourselves before that press conference. We were like, Wilder better not say a word, And Tyson Fury brought up something that is a real I think gem. Wilder cannot say anything, because then think about this. If Wilder opens up his mouth to answer one question, the sharks are gonna come after him. You know what I mean? There's always the one closest. You know what I mean? But like, hey man, keep your friends close or whatever. But yeah, so and my fear is, and I think Wilder's team understood this, he might have slipped up. If he was talking, he's not the most articulate. And what he would have probably done, especially in an emotional state, he would have accused Tyson Fury of something that would be considered defamation of character. So then now it's going to go back to the legal system, and Wilder might have to come off with some M's towards Tyson Fury and his team. So, top rank ESPN, they're not going to allow Wilder to say anything too crazy, right? But Wilder at least Wilder's team have made some real touchy things that could get anybody in trouble, right? Now, Wilder appeared to co-sign some of those things, but talking about spiked water and glove gate and all of that stuff, that could get Wilder in a lot of trouble. So if I was Wilder's manager, promoter, or anything in Wilder's team, I'd be like, yo, do not say a word during this press conference. And I would be honest with Wilder. I'm like, bro, you're not the smartest guy. Like, you're not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Like, just stick to what you know. You know how to box. Let Malik speak.
You would get fired, G. You would get fired.
Maybe. I promise you, after he fires me, he'll calm down and be like, you know what? Yo, G, you back on the team. You saved me a lot of M's, bro. I'll be like, yo, bless him.
G, he's 10 IQ points short of doing something like that.
And that's why I agree with Tyson Fury. Like, it sounded messed up when he's like, he's not the most articulate, but he's really not, And so you need to consider that if you're supporting or you're representing Wilder, especially at that type of press conference, where once he makes a mistake, all of these media outlets are gonna violate Wilder. Well, can you explain the glove gate? Can you explain the autopsy? Can you explain the spike water? Can you explain this? Can you explain that? What's he gonna say? Wilder's just gonna start stumbling in his words. And he's gonna start talking like a southern preacher again. And then Tyson Fury is just gonna be like, cha-ching, I got him, So, yeah. And Wilder took our advice, And so it's almost to me, it's like common sense, to be honest. If you watch it, they can take this video down.
What happened? Sorry, man. I had to, reposition myself because my my computer was about to die, so I needed to get to the outlet. All right, so check this out. I didn't want Wilder to say anything because I don't believe he can spar with Tyson Fury verbally. But I didn't want him to just totally block out all the noise, because to me, that's an admission that he can't handle it psychologically, mentally, but it's also a bad look to me. Now, he also had to shut down his exchange with the media. And to be fair, I understand your point, G. They're worried he's going to say something that could be used against him. But you got to prep Deontay Wilder. And this is what I mean by, are you so bullheaded that someone can't pull you inside and say, Wilder, here's the plan. You're going to go sit down and say nothing to Tyson Fury. You're not going to interact with Fury. You're not going to get caught up into his baloney, right? And then when Fury tries to engage with Deontay Wilder, he says nothing. Ignore him. And then the media says, well, you seem to be ignoring Tyson Fury. What's it about? And be like, look, the fight's not going to be won today. Nothing that's said today is going to dictate the outcome on July 24th. I'm going to do my talking in the ring. I'm done with the games. It's not fun and games for me. I'm just focused on July 24th. I'll speak at the end of that fight. That's it. Keep it. Fury says whatever he wants. Don't engage with him. That's one thing. Right? Now check this out. When the media asks you questions about what you said, oh, you said that the spike water, you said all that. Say, look, I can't take back what was said. I can't change what was said. What's said is already out there. What I can tell you is nothing that happened on February 22nd is going to determine or change the outcome on July 24th. And I'm only concerned with July 24th. I'm not discussing anything that's irrelevant towards the outcome of July 24th. Well, you fired Mark Grillen and you said he was a disloyal trainer. I'm happy with the team I have now. I believe that I have the right people in my corner to lead me to victory on July 24th. All right, well, you accuse Fury of loaded gloves, this and that, everything. What do you have to say about that? Only things that are relevant towards the outcome on July 24th are relevant at this press conference, and that's all I'm going to discuss. And I look forward to showing the world how much I improved on July 24th. That's it. You mean to tell me this dude can't do that?
No, we know he can't, bro.
He can't do that.
He can't do it. Come on, fam.
If he can't do that, how can you pick that dude to win a fight? I'm sorry, you can't do that.
Hey, listen, man.
You don't understand. I just don't understand.
I can separate the two.
I just don't understand.
Yo, listen. What he does in the ring is what he does in the ring. Anything outside the ring is like, hey man, my hands.
Okay. All right. My man, Mike Thompson. Okay, cool. Wilder can't talk like that, right? So then just give him 2 words to say, but don't go there with headphones, whatever. Look. So all right, Wilder can definitely say this. Well, Wilder, you accused this and this and that. What the February 22nd is done. I'm moving on to July 24th. July 24th. Any questions about July 24th? July 24th. Just keep saying July 24th. Answer anything that has anything that doesn't have anything to do with July 24th. I'm not talking about. That's it.
Another net interjection.
Go ahead.
Like, I feel like you're holding Wilder to a standard that Wilder just can't make. He just can't reach. And the reason why is, think about this. Malik Scott, somebody brought this up, right? Malik Scott was clowned. And Malik Scott, to me, is more articulate. He's more intelligent than Wilder. And Tyson Fury made Malik Scott admit that, hey, there's a possibility due to your size, you could violate a dude's eardrum. So then now all those conspiracies about the egg weight and everything no longer applies because your own trainer even got emotional and snitched and saying like, yeah, you're a big dude, so obviously it's gonna happen. He got out of pocket. And Malik Scott's way smarter than Wilder.
Yo, G, here's what me and you have an issue. You're saying I'm holding Wilder to some high standard. I'm only holding him to the standard.
Higher standard.
Well, bro, no, I'm not. It's not a higher standard. It's the standard that Muhammad Ali said. It's the standard that Joe Frazier said. It's the standard that all heavyweight champions before him have set. Vladimir Klitschko, I've seen them all. Even Anthony Joshua, I've seen it. There's a certain structure to becoming heavyweight champion of the world. It requires discipline. It requires dedication. It requires perseverance, and it requires the gift of gab, and it requires accountability. I've seen all champions, including Mike Tyson, have it. I've seen Mike Tyson get a little crazy with the media, go a little to the left, but in the end, Mike Tyson has never went off the rails like Deontay Wilder, accusing everyone, doing all this types of stuff, and he's never went to a press conference with some headphones on. He's never to me, there's a standard, and I feel like if I can't tell my champion, don't answer anything about accusations or about the old fight. Just focus on the future. Redirect every question to July 24th. Only answer questions about July 24th. What happened in the past is done. It can't be changed, and it's not going to do anything to help the future. I'm not looking back. I'm moving forward, and what's going to happen on July 24th is going to speak for itself. Stuff like that. Just don't engage in all that. If I can't do that with my champion, he don't deserve to be champion.
So let me ask you a question. You don't think Shelly pitched that to him?
I don't think. I don't think they say anything to Wilder, because the fact that he made that video where he confirmed people's accusations and all that, I don't know who would do that. If I was in Wilder's camp, I mean, bro knows I love my bro, but like there have been times in life on both sides, for him and for me, where situations happen and I had to tell him the truth, even at the risk of our relationship, because I'm like, yo, I care too much not to say something. If you're in Wilder's camp, it may be the gravy train for you. The gravy train may end, but you know what? I'm gonna tell the truth, because if he goes out and does what I think he's gonna do and it backfires on him, he's gonna realize, yo, that was the only person that cared enough to tell me the truth, instead of riding the gravy train. That's why you look at Joshua. Joshua said when he lost to Andy Ruiz, his circle got a lot smaller. Because see, he lost a lot of friends, and then you find out who's really rocking with you in those times. But somebody need to care enough to this dude to be like, yo, this is going to do you more harm than good. This is going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. Even if you believe this stuff, saying this is going to hurt you without this, without proof, without support, without this, without that. No one in this camp did that. All you got is these yes men channels. All you got is these clowns who be like, if you don't like Deontay Wilder, you're not black. Although you like a whole bunch of other black fighters, and they're okay with Deontay Wilder calling a black man Mark Brillin a snake, calling a black man Kenny Bayless a crab in a barrel, calling Anthony Joshua another. This all you got is these fake fanboys who bow to this guy's feet at whatever he does, and that's not going to make him better. So we can wrap this up.
No, I'll say this. You know what? You're right. This is the same guy who fired, his trainer for throwing in the towel. So, but that kind of tells me like he's not the average thinker, So you got to be aware. If you're on his team, you're like, yo, if I keep him 100 with this dude, he's probably gonna fire him. He's probably gonna get in an emotional state. All of that stuff. So they're probably like, yo, fam, just put on these headphones, put on these beats, bro, and just shut up. You know what I mean? Like, because that's probably what he can handle. Like, yeah, I could do that.
G, I'm holding him to a higher standard. You're holding him to a standard that is even below elementary school. Like, I expect kids in grade school to be able to sit there, not say anything, and avoid engaging in bad conversations. We ask kids in grade school to do that every freaking day. Remember when you tell your mom, or everyone else was doing it, and your mom says, well, if they jump off a building, you're going to do that too? And you think as a kid, damn, she's right. You know what? I need to be my own person. That's all it took for the average person. You mean to tell me your guy, grown-ass man, 36 years old, heavyweight champion of the world, can't do that? Damn. That's your kid.
You're not making Wilder look good at all right now, bro.
I'm not a Wilder apologist. I'm not here to clean up Wilder. I'm just telling y'all, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So, hey, if I'm not holding Wilder enough to a standard that I feel he can handle, forgive me. But from all these interviews I've seen of Wilder, for all the antics that I've seen from Wilder, he's not that dude, bro. And I'm sorry, man, but hey, I have to be real with myself. I can't hold Wilder to the AJ standard. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
If you can't hold him to the standard, you got to hold him accountable about the things he says and things he does. He goes out here and gets in front of the public and spills all this nonsense. So he can. he can do that. He does that as a person. He goes out here and spews all his nonsense. So you have to hold him accountable for the things he says. And since he can do that, you got to hold him to a certain standard. You can't say he's not the articulate type now that after he spewed all that nonsense he already did. So,
but you know I do that, man. On this show.
I'm
it's
just
all good,
saying,
dude.
but the way you're making it
G,
seem is like he's.
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it out there like this. G got a son that's not even like 5 years old, and I've seen you hold him to a higher standard than you holding Wilder to right now.
Yes, right, yeah, man, it's crazy.
That is sad.
Right, right now you're sitting here acting like Ryder can't read and write, man. It's crazy.
Yo, bro, I'm just G. That is so G. That's
bad.
I hold my son to the Wilder standard. They should take my son from me, man.
You hold him to a high standard. That's crazy, G. That's crazy, yo.
I'm sorry.
G, you literally hold your children to a higher standard than Deontay Wilder.
Yo, he literally holds a baby. Bro, but he roots for this guy. He roots for this guy.
I respect people for what they provide. Wilder provides knockout. That's what he gives to me.
Yo,
I'm gonna go to Wilder to hear any type of dissertation, presentation, any articulation for Wilder.
Wilder, these are the fans you have in your corner, man. Fans you have in your corner. It's crazy.
No, we can move on to the next one, yo.
Yeah, I'm just saying. God bless y'all.
Yo, y'all got G. You got me in tears, dog. You an idiot.
Yo, Wilder, forgive me. All due respect, Wilder. They put me in this situation to violate.
You put yourself.
I wasn't trying to violate you, bro. I really wasn't.
We don't do nothing. You defended him and you violated him at the same time, bro.
Hey man. Yo, listen. I'm rooting for him in the trilogy, so it's whatever, man. Wilder, forgive me, brother. All right. So next up. Fury says the strategy for the trilogy is the same as it was for the rematch. So hold on, let me share my screen.
Yeah, so during the interview with Garrett Davies, Tyson Fury says that basically the strategy is the same. He doesn't really need to change anything. Give us time to cue it up. Here it goes.
Him last time, you put the bully on the back foot and he had no answer to it. The obvious question is, do you continue from where you left off last time in your trilogy fight?
Yeah, I've done nothing wrong. I just continue to do what I do, keep moving forward and putting the pressure on him, landing big punches. He's the one that's coming off a knockout loss and a one-sided fight, and he's the one who's got to tell himself all these reasons why he lost, and sack everybody in his team and blame everybody and point the finger. If you're an alcoholic or you're a drug addict or something like that, the only way you can actually move on from that is acceptance. You can't be in denial about it and say, I'm not an alcoholic, I'm not a drug addict. The first way of recovering and getting over something is accepting what's gone on. And the way he's been acting and conducting, he can't accept defeat.
Yeah, so he's trying to be aggrieved, isn't he? He's trying to find reasons to be aggrieved. He's trying to find reasons to...
Even after all this time,
yeah,
he still hasn't moved on from defeat. So when you can't let go of something, there's a saying, for he who holds a hot coal with intentions of throwing it at somebody ends up getting burnt himself.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So that's what I think is happening with Deontay Wilder, but he's not to be underestimated. He's got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
You are still facing the heaviest puncher in probably the history of the heavyweight division with single punches, and you've written them.
Sure.
Can I just push you on something, though? Because it's something that you are the man that's in the middle. You are the man that brings his voice to the middle of it. You are the man who puts his life, his legacy, his history, his religion, everything on the line. The world... Even though, and we're all excited about the trilogy fight with Deontay Wilder because you're two giant human beings signing a contract to fight on a certain date at a certain place, a certain time, and we will all either be there or watching. But there is so much global excitement, and I know you well enough to know that you want... I know you say you don't want a legacy, but we want the legacy for you, all right? In that way, let me put it that way. How much does it matter about fighting Anthony Joshua to even
you cut this
world and show?
Yeah, so Trill Dollar Bill. Tyson Fury says that his strategy is the same in a rematch, in that he doesn't really have to change anything. Everything went well for him. Huh?
Yeah, Trill's killing me his face. I already know Trill about to say something.
Trill Dollar Bill, what is your reaction to what Tyson Fury had to say?
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm waiting to say everything I gotta say at the end. You know what I'm saying? But when we're done. But what I'm gonna say about hey,
we know what, Trill? If you ain't got nothing to say about this, take 30 seconds, 40 seconds, a minute to talk about something that's near and dear to you. Go ahead, Trill.
I'm saying, hey, if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. That's what I'm gonna say about Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't broken, don't fix it. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let y'all know. Hey, I see you, Rico. That's my UK twin out there. I see you, Rico. Yeah, Trill Talk Volume 1 and 2 out now on all streaming services. Make sure you'll go and check that out ASAP, and I wanted to shout out to my brothers for supporting me on this musical journey and supporting me and supporting the whole Trill Talk Volume 1 and 2. And I want to show love to everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, who went and took the time out of their day to go and listen to Trill Talk. I really appreciate that from the heart. It means a lot. It means more than you would know. You did?
All right, Conspiracy, man. What you got to say?
Yo, what my man Stars and Bars said. Well, I'm not from the Bay, I'm from Boston, but Wilder makes it hard for me to pull for him, which sucks. And again, I agree with Tyson Fury on this. It sounds crazy, but I look at it in two different ways. Wilder was the undefeated heavyweight champion for like 5 years, right? He's knocked out practically, well, almost everybody that he's been in the ring with. So a person like that is going to be real hard for them to register in their mind. I actually just lost, right? So in his mind, he couldn't accept defeat. So the excuses sounded better than reality, right? It couldn't have been Tyson Fury just had a better strategy. He came forward. He put on some muscle. He got a new trainer. They developed a game plan that I just didn't have an answer for, right? And so when Tyson Fury's talking about, hey, Wilder can't just admit he lost, that is dangerous for the next fight, right? But it also, another way you can look at it is because in his mind, he's just like, yo, I didn't lose. He cheated. That could help Deontay Wilder psychologically into that fight, where it could probably help him out. Where in his mind, he's like, yo, now that I've exposed Tyson Fury to the world, going into this fight, this is going to be a real fair one. So I don't know. Yo, man, listen. All right, this is where I sound like a Wilder apologist. Yeah, I sound like a Wilder apologist on this one. But, yo, man, listen, with Wilder, I can't call it, man. I don't know if he needs this or if it's going to backfire in his face. I'm hoping this is going to help him. So, yeah. And again, I'm holding Wilder to the Wilder standard. So any other fighter, I wouldn't say this. But to the Wilder, yo, man, listen, bro. Yo, I'm sorry, man. He makes it so hard to even explain this, like to justify this. But it's Wilder. That's my explanation is it's the Wilder answer, bro. The Wilder effect.
TBE, baby.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work perfectly. I think Fury's right. He shouldn't have changed what worked. The first fight, what he had, his original strategy didn't work, and then now what he applied, he literally batted and assaulted Wilder in the ring. So why not do that again? And at this point, Wilder hasn't shown you anything or done anything to show you that he's improving, or he's gonna make Fury like, shit, I should really switch up what I done, or Wilder, it seems like a big threat for Fury, and especially after that press conference where the guy's even scared to talk to you. It shows you like all I gotta do is lick my lips when I see him in the ring, yo, and it's over. It's over.
What we eating, Ned?
Wild wings, baby.
Wild wings, baby.
With the extra Wilder sauce. Pause.
I don't want that. That's not on my wings.
Word. How that water
on my wings.
How that water
That's all you, player. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
All the water sauce. Go ahead, yo.
I agree.
Wild wings, no wilder sauce. Yo, but you know, I think he would be foolish not to go back to it. You know, it worked so well, and it didn't just work well. He dominated Deontay Wilder, and I think he found something. And it's not just Fury who's going to use it again. I think this blueprint is out there. I think anyone he fights is going to follow the blueprint. And it's not Tyson Fury's job to change. It's Wilder's job to change. Wilder has to show that this doesn't work against him. And if Tyson Fury beats him again the same way, everyone is going to want a piece of Deontay Wilder. Even Dominique Brazil is going to want a piece of Deontay Wilder again. Everyone's going to want a piece of Deontay Wilder again. So what I'm saying is Wilder has to make Fury change. He has to make Fury respect what he's been doing in the gym. This is Wilder's time. Wilder's been putting up all these videos of him hitting the pads and showing all the ways that he's improving. He's going to have to show that to Fury on July 24th because Fury's like, we don't believe you. You can keep showing me this, but I don't believe you. When, same fight, different night. Let's see what you learn. And that's basically what it's going to be. Will he revert back to the old ways? Is he really improving? We'll find out. But Tyson Fury shouldn't switch up in the beginning. Wilder has to make Fury switch up. But like Trill was saying, and I agree, if it's not broke, you don't need to fix anything. The blueprint is out there. Follow the blueprint until a new one needs to be developed. That's the way I see it.
So now let's get. This is a funny one. So Dillian Whyte responds to Wilder's weightlifting. So in the first show, Wilder's weightlifting video. Just give me a second.
Someone was talking about this earlier, so we're gonna get into it right now. Deontay Wilder dropped a video of him lifting weights.
All right.
Oh, I got this. I got shit. She looking ugly. Ooh, she look like a whole birthday cake. Oh shit! Damn. I got this.
Let's go, baby. Come on. Come on, D.
1, 2, 3.
Come on, D. Come on. Get it.
You can do it. Put your back into it. I can do it. Put your back into it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna run you over with a train, baby. Whoa.
Oh my goodness. This is cringy, dog.
Yo, I got it.
All right, let's hold on. Before I play the video, Dillian Whyte
not
said,
even that.
Yeah, man.
All right, this is Dillian Whyte's response to it.
And then Dillian wrote to Wilder, screaming with lightweight, coward, I rep your max. Anytime, anywhere, we must fight. Let's go.
Those are like the 120-pound dumbbells.
These guys are slimming in the low weight. That's all that one is a pussy.
All right, so in Wilder's video, Wilder is alleging that he bench pressed 310 pounds. And Dillian Whyte looks like he was repping with the 120-pound dumbbells. So I'm gonna turn this over to Trill Dollar Bill. What's your reaction to the whole weightlifting thing with Deontay Wilder and Dillian Whyte?
Yo, when I seen the Wilder one, it remind me of the Adam Sandler movie. You know what I'm saying? Where dude was like, woo! He's like, oh, it's like a choo-choo train.
Bring it to the hole.
It's like a train, like a choo-choo train. You know what I'm saying? You know, listen, we gotta recreate that video when we go to the gym, guys. I'm gonna hop on it. G, Katie, y'all grab each side of the weights. I'm gonna throw that up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw that up. You know what I'm
Hold
saying?
on, yo. I'm just saying, we still haven't recorded somebody doing their 25 push-ups.
Yeah. I don't recall.
Yeah.
You don't recall?
I don't recall.
Nah, yo, you doing them push-ups, B.
I got you.
You lost the punch off. You owe the world at 25 live.
Nah, it ain't even a punch-off, G. He made push-ups that Wilder wasn't gonna fight this year.
Nah. I remember we switched that. It was 100 for that bet.
He gonna owe you 125, bro.
The push-ups was for the losing the punch off.
No, wait, yo, G, you saying he's gonna owe you 125 in total?
No.
The money is different currency.
Yeah. He made a bet that Wilder would not fight this year.
Oh, he switched it to the money. Oh, all right, yeah.
I was about to say you should start now with them push-ups. You can get them out.
One a day, ain't true. Treat it like a vitamin. What a day.
Yo, but yeah,
by the time they get there, you got them done.
Yeah, I told him that yesterday. Yo, Nate, don't you owe them push-ups, bro? Let me pull out my phone. He's like, yo, Jill, chill, G. Yo, I can't do them. Yeah, I can't.
Ain't this the boxing, bro?
You better get ready.
Ain't this the boxing, bros? Come on, fellas.
Yeah, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to the gym, and we're going to remake that. So everybody be on the lookout for that. I'm about to do the Wilder. What Wilder do?
The Wilder Challenge. That's what we should call it.
I'm about to do the Wilder Challenge with the help of G and Caden. We about to do this all crazy, and I'm going to hit y'all with the Ric Flair after it.
All right, man. We turn it over to our resident Wilder apologist, Conspiracy G.
All right, yo, listen. I'm not mad at Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Listen. That was a pretty impressive lift for Deontay. It actually was. Yo, listen.
What?
Yo, listen. Y'all talking about a guy.
Oh my God, G.
Talking about a guy on average that weighs around like 213 pounds. I looked this up. So hold on. I knew this topic was coming, so I was prepared. Wilder on average goes into fights, his last 5 fights, they say on average is like 213 pounds. For Dillian Whyte, on average is 252 pounds. That's equivalent of like a 40-pound weight difference. Wilder's 6'7", Dillian Whyte's 6'4". Dillian Whyte's reach is 78 inches. Wilder's is 83 inches. Think about this. Wilder's frame is almost like identical to like, let's say like the average like NBA player, right? You think those guys could bench 310? They could barely do 225, a lot of them. You know?
I got a name for you.
Go ahead.
Earl Boykins. Look him up. Boykins.
I'm not saying, remember.
No. Let me finish.
No, but Big Ben used to bench it, but I'm saying the average NBA player can't do that. So I'm saying 310 is still impressive for a guy that on average is like 213 pounds. So that's why I'm like, yo, I'm not going to knock him for doing this lift. Now, was the technique on point? No. But nonetheless, he still put it up. So I'm going to give him credit where credit is due. And a perfect example. Yo, Ned, how much do you bench press? And keep it 100, your max.
Max 225.
225. What's your height?
6'6".
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and Kaden, yo, listen, Kaden knows this. The taller they are, the harder it is for them to bench. So
how tall am I, G?
You like 6'4", but you see,
how much can I bench?
Like I know your max, but I know you can bench well over that 310. But what I'm saying is this: you're shorter armed than, let's say, a Ned, just like Dillian Whyte is shorter armed than what's his name, Deontay Wilder. So all I'm saying is Dillian Whyte saying like, yo, I rep what you bench. You supposed to do that. You know what I mean? You're shorter than him. You got shorter reach. You're heavier than him. Like, duh. You know what I mean? So that's nothing to really be like, oh my goodness. And on top of that, yo, they're boxers, bro. They're not power lifters. So it's like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? When I seen that video, I was just like, all right, his form is off, but he put it up. So I was like, salute to you at your weight. You put it up. A lot of people can't do that at your size.
If I put it up that way,
I'm gonna laugh at you. Clearly, I'm
no. It's not what I'm asking. I'm not trying. Look, I don't need to do that, bro. Like, listen, in the gym, it is what it is. It is what it is. Check this out. And you, if you want to see, I put some of it on my social media, but that to me, that's like, that's repping weight. But what I'm saying to you is this, G. If I said I was going to lift something, I said I was going to lift something, and I was going for my max. And I want you to be honest and don't BS. Be 100. And I got Trill and Ned here. Hold on, I got Trill and Ned here. So they know, and they know you. If I said I was going to max out, and I put like 370 on that bar, and I pulled it off, brought it down, and Trill and Ned had their hands on the bar. And I started struggling, and then all of a sudden it went up, and they didn't take their hands off until it was always basically up. And then I pushed it up and then racked it up. You would count that as a rep for me. Real talk, G, you would count that as a rep for me? You'd be like, yo, D, you just push that up. You would do that.
Yeah, he already answered the question. He was like, if you would have did what Wilder did, he would have died laughing. He already answered it.
He don't hold you. He hold Wilder at different standards.
Exactly. That's it. That's the point I'm making, Ned. Again. So in the last segment, we found out that G holds Wilder to a lower standard than he holds his son to, and his son is under 5 years old. And in this segment, we found out that G holds Wilder to a lower standard in lifting weights than he holds me to. And Wilder's a professional fighter who he believes is going to beat Tyson Fury in the trilogy to become heavyweight champion of the world. That's what we just found out in this segment.
Listen. I'm guilty. I don't know. I'm guilty. I'm just saying. Yo, I done lived with Kaden for so many years that he knows how I am. Like how we live. It's just like, I'm not going to count that. But if Ned did it, I'd be like, good job, Ned.
No, it's not. Yo, G, no, it's not. I've seen you take reps for Ned away from Ned for less. Ned will squat, and you'll be like, yo, you didn't go 90 degrees, yo, so that don't count. I've seen you. Don't even stop. You'll be like, nah, yo, Kaden put his hand on the bar, so it don't count. Stop it, G. I see you do it, yo.
It ain't touch your chest, so it don't count.
Yeah, yo, G, stop it, dog.
Hey, man, listen, I'm going to say this. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Ned, I apologize. Next time we live together, I'm gonna hold you to the Wilder standard.
Watch him out, man. I appreciate hanging with y'all, man. Don't belittle me.
All right. So now you don't want, you know what I mean? So what you saying, Ned, man?
I'm just saying, yo, the way the standard you hold Wilder to are very disrespectful to Wilder.
I just want my brothers to be great, man. That's all I want from y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You know what I mean? When y'all shine, I shine. You know what I mean? I don't know Wilder like that. So if Wilder wanna struggle on 310, God bless him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know Wilder like that. You know what I mean? Like, as long as he ain't struggling in the ring, I don't really care to be 100. So,
all right, TBE.
Man, first I want to say, Wilder, you need to be careful. You lucky them guys is around you, because if they won, you tried to show out by yourself. Third fight done. It's not happening.
Epic gym fails, Ned. Epic gym fails.
It's not happening, yo. We're going to wait till next June to see this fight happen. You're going to hold up undisputed till 2025 with this injury, man. It's going to be crazy at this point. So, Wilder, you need that was crazy. You need to be more careful. Good thing them guys was around you, and all the shaking and screaming, that was too much, man. It was cringy for me, man. Like when you sent the video earlier this week, I saw it and I didn't have the sound, and I just once he like struggled to put it back up, I clicked off. I didn't even like it saying no video, but when I seeing him screaming and saying all he had to say, that it was pathetic. It just hurts my mind to even like see this man feeling this confident, cocky off of something like that. But more power to you, Wilder. If you feel This is what you need to boost your confidence. Do you, bro? But yo, Dillian, thank you for showing how to get it done, how easy, how weightlifting supposed to be done, and nobody was holding those dumbbells.
Yo, a few things, man. So for starters, I just want to address something G said. These guys are boxers, not bodybuilders. Bodybuilders don't even lift heavy. So that's why their body looks that way. If they look, so powerlifters. All right, yeah, so they're not powerlifters. I could rock with you on that, but Deontay Wilder kind of made it about lifting, because he posted a video of him lifting and then made it as though him doing that rep was symbolic of him winning the boxing match on July 24th. So when you make it as rep equals power equals victory, that's when Dillian Whyte said, well, let me show you, brother, that if that's the case, you lose in that department too. So we're not sitting here discussing this because we believe that boxing and lifting weights wins you fights. In fact, we've even pointed out the fact how Floyd Mayweather typically wasn't the strongest fella in the world in the ring, but he found a way to whoop everyone's behind. Wasn't always the hardest puncher, right? But he found a way to whoop everyone's behind, and that's because the sport is boxing. But Deontay Wilder posted this video of him doing a rep and then saying that, oh, you see that? You're going to get ran over. And basically what is implied is because he repped this certain amount of weight, he is now going to beat Tyson Fury. So now lifting weight does mean something in Deontay Wilder's mind. So that's why we go there with this. That's one. Now, two, you're sitting here saying that Deontay Wilder bench pressed 310 pounds. I would suggest to you, I'm not necessarily sure that was 310 pounds on that bar. When we go to regular gyms, like you go to Crunch Fitness or you go to other gyms, you know that the bar weighs 45 pounds, and you know that certain plates weigh 45 pounds, and certain plates weigh 35, certain plates weigh 25, 10, 5, and even the 2.5 pounds. You know that. So typically when I watch the average person lift weights, I can tell what they're lifting just by looking at the plate. I can say, oh, okay, this person's lifting 135 pounds. This person's lifting 225 pounds. This person's lifting 315 pounds, 405 pounds, etc., based on the way the weights look. Like if you go to a video of me on my social media, you can see me benching 335, and you can identify the weights. So as someone who lifts weights, when I see Deontay Wilder lift that one, and he claims he's lifting 310, that's a home weight set. So I don't know how much the bar weighs. I don't know how much those plates weigh. What I would give him is this. Based on the way he was struggling, I believe those were real weights, because there are some YouTubers who lift fake weights. They put like fake plates on and do like fake weights. So he was really lifting. I'll give him that. Trill knows this, and Ned knows this, and G knows this. If I was his friend, I wouldn't even let him do that. If he needed to struggle with the weight like that, that puts the fight in jeopardy. What if he pops out his shoulder? His form was bad. I always tell Ned, Trill, anyone who lives with me, form over weight. That's what's important, bro. Pushing all that weight don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing if you do it wrong, because you're not getting out of it what you need to get out of it. You're pushing all that weight the wrong way. All you're doing is setting yourself up for injury. So one, if I was his friend, I would have told him, bro, don't risk injury lifting that way. Form. It's all about good form. That's so messed up.
Yo, y'all are savages.
Yo, so that's one thing. You want to be about the form. He should be working on form. It's not about how much weight you lift. It's about form and getting better. It's about getting gains. What kind of gains are you going to get lifting that way? So was it impressive to people who lift weights? It's not going to be impressive. To me, it's not impressive. And G, I love the way you bring out this little stat where it's like, oh, well, you're 6'4" and he's 6'7", and so his arms, there's 3 inches between us, bro, in terms of that. You act like there's a major difference, right? And I love the way that you bring up the fact that his average weight has been 213 pounds, ignoring the fact that he went into his last fight with Tyson Fury weighing 230 pounds. So when last weighed, by on the scales, Deontay Wilder weighed 230 pounds.
That I still
so you want to go to that.
I'll still 230 benching 310, still impressive.
And like I was trying to tell you about Earl Boykins was about 5'5", $160, and he could bench press 315 pounds, and he was in the NBA. And he was pound for pound the strongest guy in the NBA, and he could really bench it.
Shorter wingspan, easier to bench more.
And, that's fine. You're talking. I'm usually one of the taller guys lifting the heavy weights,
and that's why it's impressive. You see what I'm saying?
But again, if I knew for certain two things, for certain, G, I would say what Wilder did was impressive. One, if I knew it was actually 310 pounds, I would say it was impressive. And two, if nobody's hands was on the bar and I knew he was actually lifting it by himself, I would say it was impressive. I would say you have two major barriers in that video that prevent me from saying salute. Whereas if you go to a video of me lifting, you go to a video of Trill lifting, you go to a video of any one of us lifting, you'll see that it's actual weight and no one's touching the bar. You know you wouldn't give me credit for the rep that you just gave Wilder credit for. You know you wouldn't do it, G. I know you wouldn't do it. Everyone knows you wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm honest. I'm not going to
So don't sit here and try to make, it was impressive. I'm not going to say it was impressive. I'm not going to hate on it either. My thing with Wilder is this. Why even post that video? Why? I don't get it. You don't look good in that video.
I don't get it either.
That video doesn't intimidate anyone. In fact, I would have never knew anything, Wilder. Now that you post that video, I know that I'm way stronger than you because I rep your max. That's why Dillian wrote that. When you posted that video, it clarified for me. I, Caden of the Boxing Bros, rep your max. And everyone on the screen knows it. And I got videos of me doing it. That's why Trill said we can make that video going to the gym. We really can. We can really, Trill, and you can really put me down and I'll just rep your max. That's not impressive, dog. So I don't even know why you lifted that. I don't even know why you posted that. That's my take on it.
I agree. And for everyone that's saying like, hey, the world's strongest man is 6'10", and the average power lifter is 6'4", the average power lifter is like 300 pounds. So to me, that's not the equivalent of these guys. I chose basketball for a specific reason because Deontay Wilder has a basketball player frame. So, and the average basketball player cannot bench 310. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, but he's going to be stepping the ring with a guy like Dillian Whyte.
I mean, hey, man, listen, they're not power lifters. They boxers, man. You know what I'm saying? Wilder's been knocking dudes out with his 310 max or whatever his max is. So keep doing what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. It's like, and I agree with Kaden on this one. He didn't really need to show this video. It kind of makes him almost look foolish. But nonetheless, I would still give him somewhat credit. Because I'm like, if it is 310, yeah, it's impressive for Wilder.
I would have been more impressive with seeing him lift 225 10 times. I would have been more impressive with seeing him lift 225 10 times. Like, with good form. If anyone, Wilder, that's just dumb. You'll eventually get there, bro. You don't need to be struggling like that to hit a max. Like, that's just ridiculous. Got your back all squirmy and you just like it literally looked like strip. You look like you was in a strip club. You know what I'm saying? Look like you were just moving. This just look like you was, like you can do it. Put your back into it. I can do it. Put my back into it. Put your back into it. Put your back. That's what it looked like. Anyway, we can move on. To me, there was no need for it. Like you said, weightlifting doesn't determine who's going to win the fight. So why even post it?
Yo, these comments is getting wild out here, man. Wilder's dress weighs 100 pounds. Yeah, all right. But all right, next up, man. Our favorite 135er. Teofimo celebrating.
As you know, Conspira G had a Conspira G about Teofimo López, in which he didn't believe that Teofimo López was really sick with COVID. He thought that the fight was pushed back because there were other events on that day and they weren't set to profit and make as much money off of the fight as possible. But as you can see, this is Teofimo López posted these pictures. There are multiple pictures, G. So if you can just scroll.
I'm going to read the comment first. It says,
"Oh yeah, go ahead then. Go ahead, take over, G. Go ahead.
Whatever you give a woman, she will make greater. If you give her sperm, she will give you a baby. If you give her a house, she will give you a home. If you give her a smile, she will give you her heart. My man, poetic in these streets. But salute to them, man. Congrats.
So that's Teofimo López out in what is, I guess, is rumored to be Italy with his wife, and announcing that she's pregnant. And as you know, he's supposed to be recovering from COVID. So Trill Dollar Bill, Trill Dollar Bill, man. Actually, I'm gonna turn it over to G because he's the one with the conspiracy. So I'm gonna bring you in next, Trill. But Conspiracy, man, what's your reaction to this?
Hey, man, listen. This is additional evidence for me that he didn't really have COVID, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Italy was ravaged by COVID, like literally, because Italy has like a large like elder population, right? So they had a lot of deaths, like more so than the average of other countries. And my man just chilling out and about in Italy with his shorty, holding her stomach, writing poems on Instagram. Man, listen, my man lying to the streets, man. He didn't want no parts of that Australian Cambosis, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is.
Wow, now she didn't want none of Cambosis.
Yeah. No parts.
I don't know. That's a little too far.
That's what you said, G.
G, you be switching it up, G.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna get back. Hold on, walk with me. A more reasonable conspiracy.
All right, a more reasonable. No, it sounds like you.
Bob.
Go ahead, G.
Bob told him, we gonna give you this new contract, and you better not put no money into our competition, Triller. So you gonna find a way to cancel that fight. And him saying it's a way to get out of that deal with Triller. So that's my more reasonable conspiracy.
All right, Trill.
I don't think it has anything to do with getting out of the Cambosis fight. You know what I'm saying? I think it does have something to do with pushing it back. And his own daddy actually, like, when they asked him about his son, like, he good, you know what I'm saying? And then continued on with his conversation, like, ain't nothing wrong with my son, he chilling, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe it has something to do with the dates. But I'm gonna still say, hey, maybe he had a little bit of, I don't know what's going on with that mess. I still wear my mask everywhere I go. I don't trust nothing. So what I'm saying is, he could have had a little something. I don't know what it is. But what seems like it really is that they was trying to get a better date. You know what I'm saying? All these other dates is coming on. They're trying to have a good date so they can have a good turnout for Triller. That's how it's starting to look now.
Remember, Bob was like, "Oh, I hope your son's getting better."
Yeah.
And Teofimo was like, "Tell me, my son good, son."
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like,
Bob had to stop him. Bob stopped him.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I just said. His dad basically said, hey, nothing wrong with this boy. You know what I'm saying?
No facts.
Bob was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Mr. T. I'm telling you, he's too funny style. It's like,
I don't think he's scared of Cambosis though. I don't think it's the.
Maybe I misspoke when I say he was shook at Cambosis. But
I think it's
I used to think it was maybe the pay-per-views. Somebody wrote that up there, like, yo, it's because maybe that date was just too much competition. But remember, he already got a new contract with ESPN with guarantees. So it doesn't even matter what those Triller numbers does anymore because he already secured the bag with ESPN. My thing is, he was told by the powers that be, just like Colbert was told by the powers that be, yo, listen, you're not going to do anything that's going to mess up our profits. And I think Bob was like, you're not going to feed our opposition, bro. You're not doing that. That's why to me, I was like, I'm just saying.
Now, I can see it. I can see them trying to push it back. Because, look, if you look at it like this, it's going to be a win-win for everybody then. If it looks like that, if they trying to get up out of that fight, I guess it'll be a win-win for everybody because Triller wasn't going to make no bread off of that fight. No way.
They're going to get nothing.
You know what I'm saying? So, shoot, they probably hoping. You know what I'm saying? They probably hoping that, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm just hoping that maybe just trying to get the right dates right. But who knows? But we do know for sure his daddy did put him out there. Like, my son good.
He's like 100%. That's what he said. I remember hearing he's 100%. I said, whoa, you couldn't even say like 90, like 85. Because it leaves like, because you're like, all right, we don't want him to fight if he's 85%. But you say these 100%. We're like, yo, he could have.
Why the fight not happening? Yeah, his daddy doing money to book, talking too much. He had a little too much Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking too much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll.
Ned the TBE.
Man, listen. I'm reading these comments on that picture right now. Everybody like, what happened to COVID?
But yo,
Rachel, so quick, huh?
But you know how easy it is to get a doctor's note nowadays, Rachel?
Yeah. It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is. And I saw someone write it. Yeah, Complex did say that he spoke with Cambosis and his dad, and they said that they were shown 2 positive tests. So they did see something. Yeah.
Yeah, right, so maybe he tested positive, but he didn't he's not showing the proper like he's not going through the symptoms of COVID, you know. So
some people are asymptomatic, so
yeah,
like you can have it, but you don't have
but they said he was having symptoms in the article.
Well, Teo,
according to his father. Just saying.
Teo, the 2 + 2 ain't making 4 right now, man. I'm not gonna side with G. I'm just glad that you're doing better, and congratulations on little Fimo. You know, hopefully he follows in your footsteps and do, or she. You know, we don't know the sex of the baby yet, but hopefully they follow in your footsteps or go on to do greater things in life as well. Yo, congratulations on the new on the pregnancy. That's all I gotta say.
I'm actually trying to do something, so give me a second.
You see my man right there that says, "Man, I can get you a fake positive right now. Just got
yo, I've seen people get doctor's notes for crazy stuff. Bro.
I done seen it all, man.
All right. So what I'm gonna say is this: like, I can rock with G on when he said,
"Oh man, did we lose Kaden?"
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh man, bear with us, people. Technical difficulties. Should you hold him shake it?
I said that's all you gotta do is hold him shake it and get back to it. Shake it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Oh man, he's really not back on.
Oh yeah, he gonna bounce back in.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, they said the OBDC probably got Kaden.
Negative. Well, Elon Musk took 5 tests in a row. 2 were negative, 3 were positive. That's another thing too. A lot of the early tests had several false positives, and I know a couple of companies actually got sued for that. So
yeah, now at this point, like the tests are very accurate. So false positives are like they know how to look what they're looking for when they look for COVID. So
I'll say this since we're waiting on Kaden to get back here. Man, y'all violating me today. I'm like,
you was violating Wilder, bro.
Listen, I'm still rooting for Wilder. I'm one of those, I'm loyal by default. It's one of those like, hey man.
Gee, it's okay to have one foot out the door.
Huh? What happened?
Okay to have one foot out the door. We know you're gonna hop on Big Baby Anderson next, yo. It's cool.
I mean, yo, you can't root for more than one person, bro.
No, I'm saying we just know you got one foot out the door.
I don't have one foot out the door. Like I'm telling you right now. Like, yo, listen, I like AJ. I just feel if AJ and Wilder fight, I'm rooting for Wilder over AJ. That doesn't mean I hate AJ. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like you could root for more than one person. You know what I'm saying? Mr. T said stop roasting Wilder. I'm not even trying to roast Wilder, man. These topics just put him in a negative light. So I'm trying to just keep it real, but I'm not trying to disrespect homie. You know what I'm saying? Like I really do want Wilder to take it in this rematch, man. But the antics around this fight is just kind of crazy. Like it's hard to justify. And I like to believe in my heart of hearts, if Complex was on, Complex couldn't even spin none of these things either. He'd be like, yo, I don't know what's Wilder thinking right now. So I'm just trying to make this work out here in the streets, you know.
That's crazy, man. I'm gonna just jump right out the window right now and say it, just because we got a little bit of time here. I'm just gonna say how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Trill. Go ahead.
This is how I feel. We're gonna see Wilder Fury 5. That's what I swear, man. There's just so much is how it plays out. For some odd reason, I'm thinking we're gonna see a full fight. We're gonna see a full fight. I don't know. Just something that's not sitting right. Like just something is not sitting right. It's not sitting right with me. It's just something that's not sitting right. I swear, man.
Yo, I kind of feel you low key, man. I hope if Wilder does win, he just goes straight to AJ and set up that fight. But the way they've been talking, man, it sounds like they about to talk for. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, for real. I hope. You know what I'm saying?
22.
And then they already got the excuse set in. Like they already got everything's you know, I was overconfident. I underestimated him this time.
Yo, Arlette, I promise you, I would keep it 1,000 with Wilder. You know, and once I do that, I already know he'd be like, all right, yo, you out of the circle. But at least he would know I'm keeping it 100 with him, you know. But I ain't gonna lie, I do hold different people to different standards, you know, because I'm being honest, I don't view everyone as equal. You know what I mean? So people show you who they are. When they show you who they are, believe them, you know. So while they're acting a fool, whoop whoop, and all that stuff, that's his character. You know, that's not an act that he's putting on. That's who he is. So I'm not gonna hold him to the same standards I would any other fighter. Wilder is an obscured human being, and so you just gotta let those eclectic, what's the other word I'm looking for? Just them strange, like they just different. Wilder's just different. So I just go like, hey man, God bless you, fam. Like, you know, just in the ring, just deliver for me. That's all I ask. Especially seeing I put money on this fight. So, hey.
Man, it like hey, G. I'm not gonna I before, like I was like when I started training videos, I was like, I want him to like actually redeem himself. But after all these antics, man, I'm just like, yo, just let this man go, yo. I'm tired of it. And I just really want like the way they're holding up Undisputed on that side is ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, I don't know. It just seems weird. Like he didn't even try. you know what I'm saying? He didn't even try.
Yo, Els is like, yo, G's being disrespectfully respectful. Hey, man, listen. You know what? It kind of like when I give Loma credit, but people still think I be hating, and I don't be hating. I be really showing Lomachenko some love. It's just, you know, I got to sprinkle in some truth here and there. You feel me? So it is what it is. You know? Hold on, don't duck the comment, G. You
be going hard on our Ukraine guys, G.
Nah, only Usyk, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Lomachenko, he's the man, bro. I salute Lomachenko. However, he did dunk my man Haney, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But hold on, quicker than you. What comment did I duck? Caden's she's getting bread when Caden's gone. Yo, I promise y'all, if y'all knew me, y'all be like, yo, Jesus, I'm always like this. You know what I'm saying? It's just, hey man.
Nah, G's worse.
He's worse. He's worse. Yes. He's worse.
That's why we can't put out the real footage when we be at the gym. We can't put up the real footage. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all be trying to edit it, I'll be like, oh, we can't use none of this. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all only get 26-second clips. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, is it okay to be religious or nah? I mean, this is a boxing channel, but you know, it's okay to believe in whatever you want to believe in. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that answers your question quicker than you, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, God bless. Everybody has their own path to enlightenment. So blessings. Mm-hmm.
Blessings on your journey.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, everybody, once you get a chance, you know what I want you to do? I want y'all to go check out Trill Talk 1 and 2. It's out now on all streaming services. Wherever you can go listen to music or whatever, wherever they have music at, I want y'all to go and check it out and go listen to that. You know what I'm saying? And check it out. Let me know what you think. You dig? Yeah, you know, it's the Boxing Bros. And don't worry, we unifying the punch off coming soon. I seen somebody mention that we're gonna be unifying the punch off real soon. It's just that we got an arbitration, and we're in the middle of an arbitration right now, you know, with the TBE. So
yeah, man, I'm on my rematch, yo.
Right. Anyways,
thank you, Arlette. I appreciate you.
So the Londoner, what order do you guys have? T.O., Tank, Loma, and Haney.
Oh, and Rachel, what you just said, Rachel? Hold on, I just want to answer Rachel real quick. What you said? Would you rather be Taylor or Lopez undisputed? I'd rather be me.
But I had to answer the question.
You know what I'm saying? But if
Lopez undisputed, because 135 is hot right now, and salute to Taylor, but you know, 140 it ain't really popping, so there ain't really money in 140. You know what I mean? Like, and let's just be real, the person that's actually bringing money and seats to 140 is Tank, and Tank really doesn't even really have a belt. Well, he doesn't have any of the official belts. He got a regular belt, but he's the one that's bringing the paydays at 140. So, you know, so I'd rather be Lopez, because at least Lopez's next fight is, I think, is going to be pay-per-view. Whether it's Lomachenko or if it's Haney, or Haney probably be on the zone. But nonetheless, these are big payday fights. Even Ryan Garcia against Lopez is a big payday fight. So there's option at 135. You know what I mean?
Both guys, congratulations to both guys, though. Becoming undisputed is very, very, very hard. You know what I'm saying? But I can see either way. You know what I'm saying? At least if you know, it was Taylor, nobody is saying that I don't have a real undisputed.
At least Taylor's a real undisputed.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But nah, both guys. I wouldn't mind being both guys. I think that's is a dope accomplishment for both guys. You know. Shout out to Blues 1. Trey, you sound like Pac. I wish I sound like Pac. Pac's a legend, but I appreciate the compliment, man. And yes, James, we did cover what Chris said. So when you know what I'm saying, after this live, you can rewind it back. I think that was like the first topic that we mentioned, James. We mentioned the Chris interview when he was talking about Wilder. But salute to you, James, and salute always showing love.
The PBC scooped up Caden. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm sitting there looking at my phone. I'm wondering when they gonna send me like the message where to go pick them up at.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, it says Tio should chase Haney. He can beat him. I don't see Haney has power to stop Tio. You see, yo, to me that would be a great fight. You know, I can't front, man. I can't call it right now, you know, because Haney doesn't really have power. So I'm like, how does Haney keep Teofimo off him? You know, like, I think Haney definitely has a better chance at Lomachenko, but Tio, man, I don't know. That's gonna be a tough fight.
You know what's so tricky about that fight too, G? You know what I'm saying? It's like I think Devin will outbox him, right? For the first couple of rounds. But once Teofimo gets in the groove and lands a big shot,
exactly.
What's gonna happen?
Yep.
That's what I want to know. What's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel a little bit like when I went back to watch that fight again, I feel like Linares let him off the hook a little bit.
Yeah, yo, Linares could have went for the kill,
and he didn't.
You know, so I doubt Teofimo will make that mistake. So that's why I'm like,
maybe it's one of those things that maybe Devin does have pop. And it's just a different type of pop. It's like the fast pop, like
pop where it's like you're not thinking
stops you,
but it's enough to stop you. You're like,
yeah, it keeps you humble.
Yeah, exactly.
It keeps you humble. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that, you know, that boom, that thudding joint, but it keeps you humble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, but we didn't even answer that question though. My man Londoner said, no, that ain't it.
It was in the order who you rank.
Yeah. So how y'all rank T.O., Tank, Loma, Hank? All right. If I was gonna do it, I'm gonna say, actually,
He got T.O. Tank, Loma, Haney. What would you guys have? No.
What we basing it off of? Are we basing it off of who we like to see, or like
Just
rank them?
Are you ranking them?
Oh, okay. Based off of performance, then, man, you know what? All right, based off of performance, I'm gonna give it to T.O. first, only because he beat Loma, then Loma, then Haney, then Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what?
If I was gonna talk about excitement, I would put Tank number 1. You know, to keep it 100. Oh, hold on, Caden's back. Yo, we lost you, bro. While you was talking in the middle of your thing. Hold on, what was the topic?
Yeah, saw that.
He had to run. You see, he's in the car. He had to get away. PBC was on him.
Hold on a second. I gotta put my headphones in. Hold on. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. So I was using my phone as a hotspot and it died.
Oh, damn.
PBC ran down on him with them egg wastes.
Yo, my man, you Caden? You know what I'm saying?
What my man J.A. say? You save Caden? He said, you safe?
I'm safe now, man. It was
the PBC Thumb Thuggers was after him, man.
He was at the door. He had to kick him. Back. Hit him with another one. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Dude tried to fight. Flip him over.
He had to fight 5 PBC agents off of him.
I don't know why. You guys can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Clap. Caden's still alive. All right.
Bro gonna be like, hey, take everything back I said about Wilder. He's greatest. The next Ali.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be crazy, man. And Caden doing 180 on Wilder, y'all just know, ain't no conspiracy. He got by the PBC, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did him greasy. They did him worse than Colbert. You know what I mean? So, goddamn, man. He's like, froze.
Yeah, right, give him a second. Yeah.
All right, well, while he weighing, Nad and Trill, y'all like to answer my man the Londoners question?
What was that?
Like the ranking T.O., Loma, Haney, and Ryan. And somebody added Ryan into the mix. Yeah, so. But number 1, I got T.O. because he has most of the belts, and
definitely
Lomachenko. And number 2, I got Lomachenko because that dude, man, he's spectacular. You know,
definitely.
Yeah, and although
and then right after that, I have to give it to the kid is putting on Tank. I gotta give it to Tank.
Thank you. Yeah,
I gotta give it to Tank. You know what I'm saying? I just have to. He's whatever you gotta say, he's doing damage to the people that they put in front of him, and he's doing it in spectacular fashion. So, gotta give Tank some love.
Yeah, thanks.
And then after that, I have to give it to Devin and then Ryan.
What about you?
For me, I would have to go. I feel Tank has been like his last few fights have been top competition, and he's knocked them out. He's had impressive knockouts. Only thing Tank has is his defense. He's really lax on his defense, and he takes a lot of shots. But he's shown he has a very strong chin. But
he's the type of person that he gonna take 5 just to land his 1.
Yeah,
and his 1 is gonna be crazy.
He's willing to trade just so he could get you, and that's why I'm saying I see Tank. I go Tank, then I go T.O. because he beat Loma, then I go Loma, then I go Devin, and then Ryan. But I feel Devin is more skilled. He has a better IQ than all of these fighters, except for Loma. Loma is like different. Loma is like that would be a dope match to see Loma. It'll be a good fight to see him and Haney go at it because their IQs are so high. Their boxing IQs are so high.
But Loma versus Tank, which one would win?
Yeah, Loma versus Tank. That would be awesome too. You know, and I'm looking forward to the rematch. They say it's gonna happen in December for Lopez and Loma. So you know, Tank versus Loma. It's just if Tank knocks him out. I said it yesterday. Is Loma by decision, Tank by knockout. That's the only way that that fight's gonna go. And
rematch, yo. Y'all got Loma versus. Oh, no. Oh, my fault said Tank. Who y'all got? Loma versus.
You might got a point, CJ. You might got a point. But you know he's in that weight class.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm saying Loma by decision, Tank by knockout. Like if Tank get in there,
who you got out of Loma and Tank?
Yo, you see, that is a tough fight.
You got because
like Tank gonna miss a lot of shots.
Exactly.
But I don't think Loma's gonna hurt him. And then if Loma does get touched by Tank, it's gonna be a better fight. But Tank's gonna have to connect, and that's gonna be hard to do, you know. And Teo had, is bigger than Tank, so Teo had a better chance of actually connecting with Loma. So I don't know, man. It's 50-50 for me right now.
Right now, because right now, you know what I'm saying. But I give a little advantage to Loma because you know what I'm saying, like because of his gifts and his ring IQ. You know what I'm saying. I think Tate's gonna have to start earlier. He's gonna have to do. Tate's gonna have to do what Lopez did. Start earlier and hope that Loma is wary about his power early and he starts late. You know what I'm saying? But for some odd reason, I just think right now, as of right now, Loma got his number right now. You know what I'm saying? Loma's he's just everywhere right now. But if Tank land,
yeah, no, Loma's last performance was so impressive, man. I what he did to Nakatani was
let's keep it real. All Loma's fights have been impressive, except for the Teofimo.
That
was impressive because he came later.
The first half
wasn't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Even the fight with him and Orlando Salinas, when he started coming on. But it took too long for him to get onto this whole style of getting hit in the nuts over 1,000 times. It took used to that. You know what I'm saying?
Prograis versus Haney. I don't like that fight for Haney right now. Like I think he's gonna get violated.
Who mentioned Prograis? That gotta be
you know what I mean? Like I don't think that's a good fight for Haney right now, man. Like Prograis is at 140 for real, and Haney. Against like Linares, like I don't know. I'm like, yo, Haney, man, stay away from 140 for right now. You know, 145 doing you justice. You know what I mean? Like,
if anything, I want Haney to try to see if he can get in there with Luke. Let him try to go in there with Luke. What's his Campbell? Luke Campbell. Yeah, that should be his next where he should be trying to go because I don't know.
Yo, man, no disrespect, but Luke might take that. Yo, Luke might take that, bro. I'm being like, I don't think Haney got that type of power to hit him with a body shot that would drop him. So I don't know, man.
It depends what Haney we get.
I think he can outpoint him. I think Devin Haney can outpoint him.
If Haney just box, if he just comes in and box, I think Haney can outpoint any of these guys. But if he's trying to literally play the knockout game, he's gonna play himself.
Yeah, you know what, Ned, you're 100. But I think Haney's at that stage in his life where he's trying to be a superstar. So he has to
exactly. And this is where we got into. I was playing devil's advocate. The last episode with Steven Secor. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Like what G was saying, he's trying to be a star, a superstar. So you got to be exciting. You got to do what Tank do, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like my man Donnie T. He said, Trill, you got to keep the same energy. And I do keep the same energy. You know why? Because I look at it like this, right? We applaud Tank. We applaud Tank for being exciting. You know what I'm saying? And not really using too much of his boxes. He's willing to take the punches so he can land one, right? But we see what's going to happen with the effects of it. We talk about we love boxing, we love these fighters, but we see what's going to be the effects and how long his career is not going to be as long as a Devin Haney's career or a Secor. Even though they might not be the most entertaining, but they're going to have longer careers and be able to, do things more in this sport.
Yeah, hold on real quick. Hey, JH Lethal, that's why I just blocked him. I was like, I don't mind if people are trolling, But when you just reposting the same thing over and over and over and over again, I'm like, all right, bro, I gotta block you. So I blocked him. But I rarely ever. This is probably my first person I ever blocked really on our comments. So damn, Tank already punch drunk. You know what's funny?
Well, you know what? That's what I was getting to, and I didn't want to say it without saying it. I didn't want to say it without saying it. But if you look at it, I don't know, man. I feel for that type. That's why I was talking the way I was talking about the whole Shakur Stevenson joint, because like we're gonna sit here, we want certain things, but then once we get them, are we gonna happy once we get them? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
no, but however, Tank's defense is actually poor because Canelo is.
I'm thinking it's getting better.
Yeah, nah, I don't know, man.
You don't think Tank's defense got better?
I mean, yeah, his defense got better. It's still poor.
It's still horrible.
Yeah. Like Canelo,
he got a D. He got a D minus.
Yeah, I'll give him like a C minus for defense. But nonetheless, yeah. But at 140, do you want to really risk that? Like, yo, Tank's a small dude. Like, Tank's at 135. Like, just like Loma. Like, these dudes, I don't think they really belong at 140. Like, he did good with Homeboy, but that's not one of the elite dudes at 140, bro. Like, that's why I don't think he should take that pro grade fight either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tank got power, yo, man. Like, you seen the clip from ESPN the other day, yo? He hit harder than Wilder. Like, that's what the machine registered.
I mean, that's what that machine said. That
machine registered
down there with those, the one, especially for his height and where he's getting hit. These Tank at 135, you know what I'm saying, is good for Tank.
Nah, hold on. Ramirez, I think Ramirez will get knocked out by Tank. But Josh Taylor and Prograde, yo, they're gonna beat Tank. So it's dangerous. But Ramirez, he kind of oh damn, what was that dude that he just beat? Tank just beat. They kind of fight.
Barrios.
He feel like he'll be there. He'll be there to get hit.
Yeah, he's gonna get hit. So, and Tank does carry a lot of power and force for that size. So, but the other two guys are just too skilled. So it's gonna be really, really hard for Tank to actually deliver like them fatal body shots.
I'm with you, Grim.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you, Grim. That the 135 is what 147 used to be back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like 135 is that. They got the Marvin Haglers, the Thomas Hearns, the Roberto Durans, and the Sugar Ray Leonard in that division right now.
Yo, Ricardo, you know what's funny? I watched the replay of that fight again too yesterday, right before the Colbert fight, and I agree. It's like, yo, Tank is exciting, he's good, but poor defense at the elite level at 140 is gonna really hurt him, and I wouldn't want his career to be shortened because of his poor defense. I think he should go to 135. He'd still be a huge pay-per-view star. He has a lot of options at 135, and it's just safer for his career. You know, staying at 140, like, it's cool that he doesn't need to go for belts and things of that nature to be a pay-per-view star. However, after a while, people gonna be like, "Hey, Tank, when you gonna fight the big boys?" And that's why I'm like, "Yo, just take your ass back to 135, fam." Like, that division, and I don't think he ever fought at 135. So, you know, just go back to 135. You know, use that 130, go to 135. You just skip 135, go back to 135 and take on those big fights because you have a better chance of victory. And if you do want to be undisputed, you have a better chance of becoming undisputed at 135 than you do at 140. You know? Exactly. No one knew Barrios, whatever his name is. Am I saying that right? Barrios. You know what I mean? Like, even though he had the regular belt, no one really knew him. But he did have the size. It was a good step-up test for Tank. But that doesn't mean now Tank is ready for Josh Taylor. That's kind of crazy to me, you know. It says, one fighter at their division, Tank beat. Exactly. That's the question. Tank is going to Floyd. I'm not even going to say that because Floyd beat elite fighters. Tank is just going the Tank route where it's like I could be a pay-per-view star without the top dogs, which I'm not mad at. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, if you want to, after the money, one day you're gonna want legacy, and legacy requires you to fight the best.
Certain names, yeah, you're gonna have to get some names.
He's gonna have to do it.
Tank gonna have to get. I mean, he do got a name. He got some names under his resume, but I'm talking about
people that's gonna solidify him. If he beats Josh Taylor or Lomachenko, there's no more debate. There's no more like, oh, yo, he ain't a real fighter. Nah, people are gonna have to salute him, bro. You're gonna have to give him his flowers, you know. That is true too. Floyd did say that. You know what I mean? They want to keep it in-house with PBC, but I'm like, what options does he really have? You know, at 140. You know, who signed
over there, and especially at
140, 135.
Really,
you know what I'm saying? Like, or the zone at the very least. You know, so
I believe that Ryan fight can be made, but I don't think that none of these guys really want to fight yet. I don't think
Ryan want that fight, man.
Mr. Olsen, we already talked about that topic. We talked about that one first. Man. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Get back in here. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good question, Rachel. Do you guys think that Mayweather's moving Tank correctly? Do you think he's protecting him too much? I'm not mad at what Floyd is doing for Tank's career because he's making him a lot of money. And Tank attracts casuals. You know, Josh Taylor, salute to you, you're undisputed, bro, but only real boxing fans know who you are. And if I had to pick what career would I want, I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather go with the Tank career than the Josh Taylor career right now. Because nobody really knows Josh Taylor, especially in the States. He's practically unknown in the States. Tank is the man, and especially in Atlanta. He is the man in Atlanta. He's the man in Baltimore. So he brings
the I totally agree with what you're saying too, G. And I think like Josh Taylor, he has a whole country behind him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true too. He got the UK, but for that to be huge, it has to be in the UK.
Yeah, it have to be in the UK. But over here, like to be honest with you, yeah, Tank has they came out for Tank, but it's only they coming out for Tank in Atlanta. They only coming out for Tank in the hood. It's the hip hop community that supports Tank. That's the hip hop community's fighter. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and it only happened in Atlanta, like that. You know, so if they do it like that in Atlanta or in B-More, he's gonna have those type of showings. Anywhere else, I don't really see him having a showing like that. But as far as being in Atlanta, like I think if they had any other fighter too, like there was, you know, from that's a young fighter, they would have did Floyd.
I'll say this: I know TC need to go to Atlanta his next fight. You know
all TC got to do is go home because he sells out home. You know what I'm saying? So you know. But like I said, with Atlanta, a lot of
Atlanta brings out the stars. It brings out the athletes, the actors. You know what I mean? like
Atlanta. For the young up and coming young fighters, Mayweather. That's why I was agreeing with you, G, when you say he was doing great for Tank's career because Floyd knows where they're gonna be able to sell at.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He knows where our people are gonna be able to, because he's still a part of that. You know what I'm saying? He's still part of the hip hop community and all that. So he knows where it's gonna be at. He knows Lil Baby. He knows these guys are gonna come out. People are gonna come out to see these guys here. So I think that Mayweather's actually he is because he's not putting Tank in a position where he can't look it.
All right, so hold on, but we got Caden. I don't know how long we gonna have him.
I was in it,
and he already froze.
I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay online either.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to get this last topic in.
I was getting this last in.
This the last one. Hold on 1 second.
Let me move with like this better service.
Yeah, the AB one, yo. We just the last one, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Hold on 1 second. Let me share my screen. Yeah, I share this. All right, well, we still got Caden, so we good. Y'all see my screen?
Yep.
All right, so hold on.
All right, what's your name?
Hey, Ben.
All right, the question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly would I beat your ass?
1 through 10?
Like 1 through 10. You got to be honest though. Like honestly.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I'll give you probably like a -2.
Stop the cap.
Honestly, how badly would I beat your ass?
Honestly?
Like honestly, like 1 through 10.
I'll beat your ass, bro.
No, I don't think so. Like, if we ran it right now, how fast would you be on the floor? That's the real question.
Hey, bro. Stop him.
What's up? What's up?
That's where he would have got slapped. You know it was cool until he put out the hand and he violated, man. That wasn't cool right there.
Yeah, so basically, that's a video where I don't know who that person is, but disrespected Adrien Broner. And I don't know if it was real or not. I don't know anything, but I'm gonna turn this over to Dollar Bill because what was your reaction to that video?
My reaction to that video was all right. I felt like it was disrespectful, but I see the growth from Adrien Broner, right? Because if, everybody's want to laugh at this, right? And everybody want to laugh, oh, look, he did this to Adrien Broner. It's so funny, right? But the old Adrien Broner, if he would have hauled off and slapped him,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody would be saying something else, But I like the growth. He seen it was just this little kid, you know what I'm saying? He seen it was just this little kid just trolling. You know what I'm saying? And and he really let it go. So it's a lot of growth from AB. That's what I see. And me too. You know what? And I'm gonna show some growth here. Like a lot of times, right? People say things in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? And it gets on my nerves. You might say things about my bros. You know what I'm saying? Or you might say something has nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the video on here. So I might get a little annoyed and I might say something, but I don't mean to, right? Because I know a lot of you guys don't be haters. You know what I'm saying? I know that from my heart. So I want to say that because I know I don't got no haters. I know I don't got no haters. I know some of y'all might have crushes. You're not haters because I'm looking at some of the stuff that y'all say. I know y'all not haters. Y'all have crushes, and I can get it. I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little mysterious. I got these long eyelashes. I'm very handsome, and I'm very charming. So I can get how you might, start feeling a certain way. So y'all might just say weird stuff. So you can get a reaction out of me, or you want me to say hi to you or something. So yeah, because y'all got crushes. I get it. Especially how nowadays, how the world is now. I get it. I don't have haters. I got people who have crushes. And it's okay. It's okay. Because look, I be looking at myself sometime in the mirror and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But so listen, I get it. AB, I just want to salute you for the growth, and I'm here to show y'all that, hey, feel free to hate on me, because I ain't mad at you.
All right, G.
Yeah, I mean, minus the whole Trill's cute and all, but I agree with what Trill's saying. You know what I mean? Like, it showed a lot of growth. Like, because the old AB, man, my fear is AB would have slapped him, But, I will say this. I'm actually kind of shocked AB actually entertained him for that long. After the first question, I would have been like, all right, you stay up, young blood. I would have just kept him pushing. You know what I mean? Like, I still remember, I don't know if y'all remember this kid in Ned. One time we was at the gym, and then some dude went up to us like, excuse me, young brothers, y'all shouldn't be cursing because I learned to stop cursing in prison. I was like, yo, God bless you. I was out of there, man. I was like, I'm not going to entertain this type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And there's no disrespect to my man. I was like, yo, you can't tell me nothing right now. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like when certain people try to like play with you or try to like push you somewhere, you're like, yo, fam, what are you doing? Like, AB really thought about it, like, and then like he's like, yo, -2. Then homeboy came back with more disrespect. That's when I would have walked away. Like, all right, bro, you clearly trolling, but nonetheless, man, salute to AB, man. Like, I like the fact that he didn't take it to a physical level. But when he went to shake his hand and the dude was like, psych, yo, I don't know, man. That's like you could troll where it could be still respectful. It's still funny. That to me is like now it's disrespectful. You know what I mean? So it's just I ain't like that part, man. So salute to that young boy. Like homeboy was risking it over there doing that, you know. But AB's a new man, and that's good to see that AB's no longer that old AB that be beating up people during a dice game. You know what I mean? So yeah, salute to my man.
He just seen it was a little homie.
Exactly. He's saying
It
just
was a little kid. It was a little kid trolling. That's basically what he got. It was a little kid trolling. And he just showed his growth, and he was just a man. He just let him know, like,
yo,
like
kid, Rachel's comment, G got a potty mouth. Who would have thought?
Oh, y'all
G
have
got
no
a
idea.
porta potty mouth. G got a porta potty mouth.
Yo, G, y'all should call him G the pirate. That should be.
No,
his name.
I would say this. There was one time, I don't know if I shared this story, right? We was at the Dorchester Y, and Stretch and one of Stretch's boys was like sitting down drinking what's that drink?
You said it was called Nutriment or something.
Yeah, Nutriment. They were drinking Nutriment, and I was like, yo, well, y'all sitting here drinking Feminine. And then they just looking at me, right? I'm talking dumb Stretch. Is this sister right behind me reading a book? And these dudes didn't tell me she was right there. Then I was like, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. And she's like, no, sir, you should be ashamed. Matter of fact, you should be some feminine drink. And I was like, oh,
my bad. She said, matter of fact, you should try it.
You should try it with your toxic ass. Oh, like, yo, my bad.
And there go G with his instant karma.
Happens to me all the time.
G's instant karma is hilarious, bro.
Oh
TV,
man,
go ahead, bro.
Nah, I feel where you guys are coming from. There's a lot of influencers who use like these type of tactics to get big, and there's this one Instagrammer called Trav Q, if I even said his name right, but it's Trav QUE whatever, and when he meets rappers, famous rappers, he goes, "Let me rap for you," and he raps back their own bars, and they be like,
"He's funny."
Yeah. And then, but that's his thing, and everybody knows him for that. So I just looked up that this kid's Instagram, and that's his thing. Is like, how badly can you beat my ass? And that's his whole niche. So I think AB knew him. That's why he gave him a little 10 seconds of fame for his TikTok. So that it was just like no disrespect. It was just like AB showing him some love and supporting his channel. So I think AB wasn't even offended by the tactic because AB knew of him for him to let him do it. So shout out to AB for showing growth and letting the kid shine, and being humble in a moment where most people be like, "Hey man, get away from me." So
I don't know if AB knew the kid because I didn't know the kid. So it's not like his social media is so popular that everyone knows him. Everybody doesn't know everybody. I don't assume every boxer knows me, so that I can just walk up to them. Yeah, like I don't assume every boxer knows me, so like I could just walk up to them and be like, "Oh, they know it's Kaden from the box." But I don't think that. So I don't know if AB knew him. He can have a social media that's popular for him doing that to people, but that doesn't mean the people he's doing it to know. Like Punk'd was a popular show, but everyone didn't know when they were getting punked. Now I don't know this dude, so I don't know him. It's the first time that I've seen him. But there's that line. It's a beautiful line from the legend Jay-Z, right? If I shoot you, I'm brainless. If you shoot me, you're famous. What's a brother to do, right? The AB's in that position right now. This dude says those things to AB. He disrespects AB. He gets famous. If AB hooks off on him, or if AB does something bad to him, then he's brainless. Everyone's going to go at AB. Everyone's going to say AB's crazy. And the thing you do is you don't put yourself in those situations. So I think what G said was the perfect advice. As soon as he said that to me, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly can I beat you? I would have just walked away like, yo, this kid's a clown. And I would have just walked away. It's like, yo, you don't even deserve like the time. And he could have did whatever.
Remember, you was there another time, another story at the Dorchester Y. We were just done training, whatever. Remember that little Haitian kid rolled up on me? He was like, yo, let's spar. I said, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, yo, fam, you like 130 pounds, bro. Don't do it to yourself, man. I walked off. I was like, this kid Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
say
that happens. You remember the other time with this dude? You've been around a few times where dudes wanted to spar me, and I'd be like, "Yo, please."
Yeah.
And then later on, they see me training, yeah.
Right then,
And they see me training, and they be like, "Oh, yo, yeah, you got that or whatever." And it'd be people like that. It was recently we were training in Rosendale, and dude walked in and was like, "Yo, who want to spar me?" And I'm just looking at him like, "Dude, like you're free food. Like you're not even like you know what I'm saying? Like y'all think this is a game." Like I see some people I know. Like I saw recently one of my relatives posted a video of him like boxing in the street, and it looked horrible. And people are like, "Yo, y'all got the hands." And in my mind, I'm like, "Yo, this is terrible." But like, anyways, getting back to this, you just walk away from it. You got to if you're AB, because at this point you lose. And this brings it to the fans' perspective who goes up to AB. You only have the courage to say that to AB because you know if he does something to you, he's going to get the blame 100%. Exactly. And you know that either way, it's good for you. If he knocks you out, you go viral. If he knocks you, it's evidence you can use in the case when you sue him. If he does all that, right? So it's just nonsense. What I want to tell people, because it's crazy. You may hear people make jokes about Deontay Wilder. Like I may make jokes about Wilder and whatever. I would never disrespect Wilder in person. I would never do that. I respect that man, what he does for the sport. He gets in the ring. He puts his life on the line for our entertainment. I can critique what he does in the sport. But as a man, to walk up to him and be like, how badly would I beat your A and stuff like that, that's beyond boxing. That's just disrespectful to anyone as a person, anyone walking down the street, anyone. That's just flat out disrespect. Would never do it. And also, like, Deontay Wilder, he may not be the biggest threat to Tyson Fury, but to the average man, to someone like that kid, he's more than a threat. Like, he could take your life with hands, bro. Like, you need to chill out. Like, these guys ain't a game. Adrien Broner is not a game for you. You think Adrien Broner fighting you is gonna be like you fighting your cousins in the street? Nah, bro, this is different. This dude know how to punch. He know how to hit you. And when you see him punching, his hands are usually wrapped up. And on top of that, he got 8-10 ounce gloves. With you getting the raw fist. Look at what Tyson did to Mitch Green. Like, this ain't a game, bro. You playing, these are dangerous men. I know you see them laughing, you see them joking, you think it's a game. Yo, they're in there with other professional fighters. You are just a regular dude who would get your behind whooped. So you need to chill. So fans, like, don't be approaching these guys playing around. You think Broner's a joke until you're the punchline for real. Take it easy. Like, this ain't a game. Respect these men. They put on a show for your entertainment. Take L's in the ring. Yeah, Pacquiao beat Broner. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, you can't fight. The only thing is, you can't beat Pacquiao either.
Yeah.
And you ain't Pacquiao.
Facts, yeah.
Real talk, everybody, yeah. Now, it's for real. Everybody becomes extra, tough when they get behind these keyboards. Everybody extra thuggers. You know what I'm saying? But you got to keep it real. That's one thing that we say at Boxing Bros. This is one thing that we always say here at Boxing Bros. You come humble or get humbled.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
that's what we say at Boxing Bros.
You heard, Ned? You heard?
Yeah, I'm done, brother. You could take us home, whatever, unless y'all want to
close it out.
For real. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You know how it is. You know how we feel. You know what it is. This is Boxing Bros. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, especially on this live when we just be going off at the top. But you know who it is. This is the Commissioner Trill Dollar Bill. That's the TBE. That's the Spirit G. That's my brother Caden. And you know who it is. We are the Boxing Bros. Please like and subscribe and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And also check out our podcast on all major streaming services. Trill Talk 1 and 2 out right now. Go check it out. It's the Boxing Bros. Much love, everybody. Thank you for rocking with us. You already know what it is.